Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. West Ham's first friendly of the pre-season, half an hour till kick-off. Servette against West Ham United. Gonzo, how you doing?
I'm all right, mate. I'm all right. Thank you very much. How's yourself?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. Just watching a little bit of Wimbledon before going live, which is always good. I do enjoy Wimbledon, but
Who's winning, the Serb or the Aussie?
um, the, the Great British one apparently these days.
Apologies.
Maybe you can identify as to which nation you are as well these days. I'm not sure. I might be Norwegian later on when I do the review.
You got to do what you got to do, Geo. But listen, let's not get too carried away. This is our first review of the season, but you can't read too much into this review. This preview, this build-up show. This is time for testing out some new equipment, using some of the backup equipment. I've got a new camera, but I'm not going to use it just yet. I'm going to keep it. So very much about building up some fitness for me in this build-up show, certainly.
It's like the warm-up gig that comedians do in it, test out all the jokes to see what they can use in the Premier League one. So I've just tried out like an identity joke earlier on. I'm going to gauge the live chat as whether I can use it or not to Premier League. But anyway, tell you what though, this game, friendly number one of the summer, is always like the new season for me. This is where the new season starts. So there's like the season, as far as I'm concerned, finishes when the final whistle of the last game of the season goes. That's the end of the season for me. And this is where the new season begins. And there's a bit in the middle that just almost doesn't exist in my head.
The ham, like the ham and the cheese, basically. This is a new bit of bread.
A new bit of bread. But anyway, we'll do the team. Do you want to know the team?
Yeah, why not?
No, that's too important. But this is the West Ham team that's going to start the game tonight. Nothing too important, but we're going to go through it anyway. We've got Fabianski in goal. We've got Harrison Ashby, Craig Dawson, Adji Elise, and Anna Creswell at the back. Coventry partnering Manuel Lanzini in midfield with with Fanals, Masuaku, and Said Benrahma as attacker midfielders, and Michael Antonio as a striker.
That's not too bad, is it? Really, there's only three players that are for sale on there as well, so that's pretty good. But pleased to see Ashby playing actually as well. Be interested to see what sort of condition Antonio's in. I don't mean like he's been eating Krispy Kreme donuts or anything like that, but he was just, I was going to say highly medicated. That's the wrong way. He was really micromanaged through last season in terms of his fitness. He spoke about his diet as well. And it sounded like a lot of hard work. So I just wonder how much of that fitness he kept up, or was he advised maybe to have a little break from that sort of rigorous training regime? Is he going to come back? Is he going to be fit, or is he now going to start again the process that happened last season and get him fit? Which it worked last season. It worked. I know he was tired, but you have to say if there'd been no Europa football, if there'd been no international football, I think he'd have been fit as a fiddle for the whole Premier League and not broken down. So actually, in terms of an injury-prone player and keeping him fit, it was really successful. So it'd be really interesting to see him in this game.
Yeah, I like the three youngsters that are playing today: Ashby, Elise, and then Connor Coventry as well. I like to see those three in particular included in this game. I'm looking forward to seeing them three. Masuaku played left wing because no one else, there's no one else to play there probably. And then Antonio looks really good in the pre-season videos that the club have put up. But like I said, I am aware that the club select what footage they give you and stuff. But Antonio does look in really good shape pre-season as well. So yeah, decent, strong team, isn't it, for pre-season? It is a nice, strong team to put out there as well. I would have liked to have seen, I can't believe I'm way to complain about a friendly lineup, but I would have liked to have seen Ogbonna start, but he's on the bench, and I know he'll get plenty of minutes and start. I'm just really looking forward to seeing Ogbonna back as well. And before we do the West Ham bench, yes, we do know the subs. I'll tell you them in just a second, Harry. Backs the Game is on West Ham's official YouTube channel and their TikTok as well, if you're that way inclined. There's a little bit of TikTok, but on the YouTube channel, you can go there. But don't go there yet. Stick with us. But Charlie will be doing the watch along. So one window have the game, and one window have Charlie, and keep him company in the live chat too. And where are we? There was someone asking about all the international players, the Czech boys. Yeah, there you go, Doug. Are the Czechs still on holiday? They are. As is the likes of Jared Bowen, Declan Rice, Nathan Guerd. He's not involved either. Flynn Downs hasn't travelled out to meet up with them. He's just waiting for them in London because they fly back tonight as well.
Areola.
Areola as well, yes. But shall we do the West Ham bench?
Let's have a look, mate.
Let's have a look at the bench tonight for West Ham. We've got Trott. We've also got Randolph. We've got Heggie. We've got Zuma. We've got Longello. We've got Diop. We've got Ogbonna. We've got Ekwa. We've got Chesters. We've got Potts. We've got Okoflex. And we've also got Mumbama. What are you thinking?
I'd like to see Ekwa, as we discussed. Wouldn't be surprised to see Trott get on for the second half, which would make sense, actually. I mean, Okoflex is going to be interesting, isn't he? I do wonder if they're going to feature Diop though. That's a little curveball in there, isn't it? Because I do obviously I know you uploaded a video earlier. The Diop deal is going to go through because whether it's to Fulham or it's to anybody else, there'll be enough clubs interested in a player of Diop's caliber that there's going to be interesting clubs. Someone like Masuaku is going to be harder to find a buyer for obvious reasons. So I do wonder if they'll sort of risk him, or do they want to put him in the shop window a little bit? If the deal is already, if what we're doing is haggling over the pence or the fine detail of a contract, I wouldn't even play him. I really wouldn't. And to be fair, what's wrong with Elise getting 90 minutes? Nothing at all, I think, really. Chester's always looks busy when I've seen him. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see these players.
Yeah, Okoflex is one I'm looking forward to seeing out the bench. There's obviously a lot of talk about him potentially going out on loan, but he's somebody that has been lively in the under-23s. It'd be nice to see how he gets on in the first-team environment as well. 3 goalkeepers on the bench. I mean, what we're going to do? Give them 22 minutes each and sub them off one by one. But 3 goalkeepers on the bench. Obviously, Heggie's I think he's 19 years old, but highly sought after, highly thought of that he's going to make it at West Ham as well. So it'd be interesting that if Moyes does change the goalkeeper, which we'd expect him to do, which one he brings on in a weird way. I'd like to see one of the younger ones, whether it be Trott or Heggie, and not Darren Randolph. So yeah, a young bench. Pierre Ekwa is someone, like you mentioned, we spoke about this in the cup of tea, didn't we? About seeing Ekwa in that centre midfield role. So he's somebody I'm intrigued to see as well. So a decent team for West Ham. Now, what we'll do is we will rattle through the Servette team, but we're not going to go into detail at all. But there's one player you've all heard of. Let's take a look. Frick is in goal, and in no order. So I assume that this is going defence to midfield to attack, but in no order at all, as far as I'm concerned. We've got Diallo, Severin, Boulos, Gael Clichy, the Man City and Arsenal left back. Gael Clichy is playing tonight for them. Dewline, Cognat, Atunes, Rodelin, Bendia, and Fluke as well. I assume that's a striker. So there you go. That's this Servette team. They've got a lot of players on the bench, but they've got 6, 7, 8, I don't know, about 12, 13 players on the bench for them. I'm not going to bother reading them out, but that's the Servette team. Anyway, Gonzo, pre-season start tonight. What are you looking forward to seeing?
Well, I'm looking forward to actually if like a ball ricochets off his arse and goes into I think that would be quite fitting. I don't care, Geo. The truth of the matter is, I don't care about this stuff. I'm just in terms of the bigger picture of the game. I'm interested in watching individual players play. I'm pretty sure there'll be a bunch of data which the fitness people will get off of this, and then the individual training regimes will be fine-tuned off the back of this sort of thing. It's not like we've got. I'll be interested when the first friendly that the new players play in. That's when suddenly my interest will start to perk up a little bit. I would be more invested in this friendly if I thought Coventry had a chance this season, then I'd be more interested, more keen to.
Do you not think he does?
No. I thought he was really, really good in last pre-season. So, but I'm not being down on it in those sort of terms. It's Elise's playing. I want him to play. I want him to see him. But I've made up my mind on Elise, which is everybody was injured last season. We had one broken centre half, and that was Dawson. We had a broken nose and a bad ankle. We had one centre back, and he still didn't play Elise. So I just can't see any situation where Elise plays this season. So I mentioned when we did our Patreon breakfast this morning, I think as for a young player in these friendlies, let's go with Okoflex is the one you're looking forward to. Let's say Okoflex plays left wing. right? He would have to score a hat-trick in this game, a hat-trick a hat-trick against Reading, a hat-trick against everyone. We're playing Rangers as well, right? Basically hat-tricks all round, right? And almost look like Cristiano Ronaldo. And then I'm still not convinced then on the first game of the season that he'd start ahead of Fornals on left wing. So it is a fitness thing, but it's look, and let's be fair, how old's Clichy now?
30. I don't know, it must be like closer
40,
to 40 than 30.
40 or something. Yeah, so you would imagine there's not a brilliant team to test yourself against anyway. So Ashby, the one for me. I can't believe I haven't really spoken about him that much. I like Harrison Ashby very, very much indeed. He's the one player I think, because I don't think we're going to buy a right back. I think Fredericks has gone. Johnson covers both wings. He is the one person in that team I think you might see some first team football this season. So I'll be very interested to watch Ashby play. Hell of a good crosser.
Yeah, I completely agree, because you could see Elise getting loaned out. You could see Coventry getting loaned out again in Okaflex, but Ashby, you get the feeling he just won't be loaned out. And Moyes will say, no, he's too good to give to someone else. We're going to keep him. So I'm looking forward to him. For pre-season, for me, I couldn't care about results. I mean, the perfect example we'll always refer to is Avram Grant. We won every single game in pre-season, played like Barcelona sometimes and got relegated. So they mean absolutely nothing. I look for the smaller things like the formation setup. But we suddenly, when the players are back, when Rice and Bowen are back, and then we do have Downs in that, we start playing Downs, Rice, and Souček in midfield quite often during pre-season as a three. I think, okay, this is a little bit of an indicator as to what we're planning on doing next season. Small things like the set piece takers. Who's going to be on the set piece takers tonight? You would imagine it's Creswell and Fernal still, but Ashby's a set piece taker for the under 23. So are we going to let him take responsibility this evening? Then that would be an indicator that Moyes thinks he's really good at taking the set pieces as well. So I look for the small things like that as well, but you can't read too much into pre-season. It just gets you excited for the season ahead, really, doesn't it? But anyway, in your live chat, let's get chatting to you. If you're watching live, thank you very much for joining us. Get your thoughts into the live chat as always. Let us know what you're thinking. It could be about the West Ham team, what you think about pre-season, friendlies, any youngsters you're looking forward to seeing. It could be about anything related to this game, really. We'll get up on the screen and we'll have a little look and see what you guys are saying. We'll discuss what you're discussing. So, you could go and do very rock and roll with the live chat.
Absolutely, mate. Let's bring it on. Be interesting to see what people are saying.
Here we go. Elise and Coventry need championship loan moves. The latter's in the same position as Downs last summer at the same age.
Yeah.
Puts into context, does it, when you compare the experience or difference of experience between the two players?
Yeah, and I had a look. It's 142 games that Downs has got, like first team games there. So that'll certainly appeal to Moyes as well. And he's just going to get the nod. But I do want to make the point. I thought Coventry was really good last pre-season. I thought he was really good. So good. I thought, oh, hold on. He's got a chance of being retained. I was surprised he got loaned out. So, but yes, I would agree with that. Those two definitely need loans. And I've mentioned it before, but someone like Elise. Elise's a big lad. It's not like you're waiting for, I don't know, like some 14-year-old to fill out. He's a grown man. So, I mean, it's time for him to get some experience.
The one thing I will say about centre-backs going to the Championship on loan from a Premier League club, the cream does rise to the top a bit in that league. You look at when Mark Guy went from Chelsea to Swansea, funnily enough, and looked like the best centre-back in the league. Yeah. Then last season, we had Colwell going on loan from Chelsea to Huddersfield, looking like the best centre-back in the league. So if Elise is going to make it at West Ham, you were to put him to a Championship club for a season, you would expect him to look really good at a young age in that league. So I would prefer to see him in and around the first team at West Ham, but I've resigned to the fact we just won't. So let's get him out on loan. With Coventry, it's a little bit Josh Cullen-itis, really, isn't it? It's sort of like make or break. He's too old to just have around the squad, but he's not got enough experience to put him in the squad. So you're sort of stuck in between this rock and hard place situation, really. It's almost like the chicken and the egg. Well, what we're going to do? Are we going to give him the experience to become good enough, or are we going to put him out on loan? But if you get a loan move wrong, like we did for the first 6 months last season, then nobody wins. Coventry's career just stagnates for 6 months. And when you're at such a young age, it's pivotal. You can't afford to make that mistake. Could you imagine saying to Flynn Downs, when you were 21, 22, for 6 months, you're just not going to play football? You'd have said, well, no, thank you, because I wouldn't be at West Ham today, would I? Yeah. So I think we have to decide between either keeping Coventry this season and using him as and when, or selling him, quite frankly, this summer. A loan move, I'm not sure. I think when you get to that age, they're going to make it or they're not. Like Ben Johnson, you just knew he was going to make it West Ham, so you keep him. It's not often you loan players out till their mid-20s, then they come back to Premier League club and suddenly they're a Premier League player. So this summer, it's difficult, but a decision needs to be made on Conor Coventry. Max says, Ocaflex looks the part. Hope he gets some minutes this season. Orc says, this is a nice surprise. Mate, we're here for every single game. We don't build up for every game.
But it's nice to have a surprise.
Yes, we'll do it for pre-seasons. There's not loads to talk about. Oh, my chat's just jumped to the bottom.
I hate it when that happens. Hate it.
Keep your stuff coming in. Adam the Architect says that I think Coventry is off. He's a year younger than Downs, and the levels are clear to see. Personally, prefer to sell him with a buyback clause. Needs to develop.
I like that name. It's got a lot of information in the name, Adam the Architect. We know a lot about Adam already.
Well, you know his name, you know his job.
And I think he's got a dog as well, judging by the year. So it gives us a lot of information there, Adam.
This is a nice little fact. I like it when the chat throws something up like this. This is Servette's 5th friendly they've already played for, and the season starts essentially next week. We did this last year, didn't we? We played a team that was late on in the pre-season. We played them early doors, so they were up and running, and this was our first one. I think that's what maybe not balances out. We're still better than them, but you'd expect them to be fit as a fiddle and ready to go next week, obviously, whereas we're just getting back into it. So it's like a glorified friendly for us.
And Peter, we know about Peter. Peter likes kisses because there were 4 of them after his name. So we're getting information about people in the chat here.
Very kind of him. And Logan doesn't give us much information.
He plays for a football team that wears yellow.
Personally, I think Coventry is going to get the Josh Cullen treatment. Will perform in pre-season, get the chance to start in pre-season, but never make it into first team.
I agree.
And transfer out. Jordan Knight reckons Ashby will be capped by Scotland at the end of the season.
Well, I defer to Geo on this, but I think Scotland's got a couple of talented right-backs, I understand.
Yeah, we do. I mean, Nathan Patterson, hopefully, we're sure to get a game time at Everton next season. That'll give him a chance
he will do the season after because they'll be in Division 1 or whatever, a championship.
Possibly. That's your guess anyway, isn't it? Anyway, speaking of plenty information, I wonder what Ralph's doing.
Oh, he's enjoying the sun, isn't he? He's got his shades on, and he's about to watch YouTube. Ralph, we basically know everything about you now.
Grasham says Coventry goes on loan. He'd like him to go to Swansea. Well, they've got a vacancy, haven't they? Have you seen who they're replacing Flynn Downs with?
No.
Joe Allen. So Flynn Downs, a West Ham fans, come to West Ham, and Joe Allen, who came through Swansea Academy, is going back to Swansea.
To be fair, he's a tidy little player. Will suit how they play.
Well, the thing is, obviously, he used to play for Stoke. He left this summer, and it split the fan base. Half were glad he's left, money grabbing so-and-so, because he's the last player from the Premier League squad.
Okay.
So he was getting paid like 50, 60 grand a week or whatever in Championship, and he wouldn't take a wage deduction. So half are like, good, piss off. Another half are like, thank you for all you've done. You've been a good servant. And everybody's like, good servant.
He's going to rock up in a Lamborghini into the Swansea car park. They're all driving like Astras and Mondeos, right? At Swansea, he's rocking up in his Lamborghini. I've been getting 50 G's a week, baby, for the last 5 years. Do you know what I mean? Nice. Now,
on this channel, we don't want to sort of suggests that people are making stuff up, but Kevin says he can't get on YouTube.
I'm
gonna say he can.
That's a good shout, Gio. That's a real. I like the way you've just cut through it there. I suggest also that he can get on YouTube. I like it.
I think you're better than you think, Kevin. I think you can work this out. I think you can get on YouTube, my friend. I'll
tell you what I'm going to do. If you log onto YouTube, watch a tutorial video on how to get onto YouTube. It's fine. There's a video on there explaining everything.
And in all seriousness, Kevin, I don't know. The club just might not put the stream up yet. They sometimes can be a little bit late and put it up 1 minute before kickoff. So if you can't find what you're looking for on the club's official YouTube, don't worry. It will be there.
It wasn't.
You just might have to wait till bang on. No, yeah, you're gonna have to wait bang on 5 o'clock probably. So I wouldn't bother. Stay with Hammer's chat until 5 o'clock and then have a look, and it should be there. And Steve says, pleased to see Elise start. I hope he has a good game to give Moyes something to think about. Ian says the style of football Swansea are playing would be good for a couple of our under-23s on loan. And there you go. Gonzo showing you the very rock and roll. 329,000 subscribers. Can we have some of them?
No.
How do you buy them? Buy this.
Buy subscribers.
Stephanie's asking for the lineup. Stephanie, it's on the screen there. Look, that thing there. That's got the lineups for both teams. That's it there.
I do know somebody that bought Twitter followers, you know.
Yes, I know who you're referring to. I remember you telling me a couple of years ago.
Oh, did I? Okay.
Yeah, I remember. I don't know how to say that. You
can't say anything. No, you just can't say anything. You can't. I didn't even think you'd remember. I couldn't even remember telling you, but yeah.
Lewis says, where is Boyd? He's on holiday. And the people that were playing for their countries at the end of the season are still on holiday, bar Connor Coventry. He could have went on holiday, but said, no, thank you. I'd like to join up for West Ham's pre-season from the start and get rocking and rolling.
There we go.
Ben the Pinball and Gonzo Superfan.
Oh, there it is, Ben. There it is. I'll tell you what, there's a lot of information in there, apart from a picture. Trot? I'd like Trot to get on for half, Ben.
It would be nice. It's him or Hedgie. Either one of them would be nice to get them on for the half. You're not gonna. This is the thing. Well, it's about fitness. You'd like to learn something. I always think, as a pre-season manager, you must want to come away from the game having learned something new about one of your players. You're not going to learn anything about Pablo Fornals. You're not going to learn anything about Lucas Fabianski, but you might learn something about someone like Nathan Trott. He might come the second half. They might be whipping in crosses. He's coming out and catching every single one. You might think, bloody hell, he's a lot better at crosses than I've anticipated. So learn just one thing. Frankie's asking why we keep skipping past people's comments. We don't have time to click on them all, and the chat sometimes it moves, and I can't click on the ones I want. I do my best. We're trying to keep it varied. We're trying not to click on the same person more than twice.
The software is not great, Frankie, either. By the way,
just bounces.
It does.
Right, here we go. Adam says, "Are you predicting we'll be better in possession next season with Warburton's influence?"
I mentioned this on one of the videos. Maybe it was the cup of tea. I think we attack very well anyway. I think we score lots of goals. I think hopefully I think it's another character. He's got a good personality. He's another character in the coaching setup. I think you might find some different training drills as well, because he was renowned for having innovative training drills. I think what you might find is when teams sit back against us, so non-counter-attacking football, basically because our reputation we've enhanced our reputation over the past couple of seasons. A lot of when we rock up, some teams sit back and defend deep. I think it might help when we're trying to break teams down.
It can't harm us having Mark Warburton at the club, given the style of play that Warburton's played. I think last season, the one thing that we were possibly guilty of more than compared to the season prior when we finished sixth was that we struggled to break teams down that sat in a little bit deeper. Last season, statistically, we put in less crosses than the season prior, and we had more possession than the season prior, which would indicate a slight change of style. But I don't think it's necessarily through choice. I think it's just because other teams thought, oh, hang on, West Ham are a good team now. And I wouldn't say they treat us the same as one of the old school's top six, like Tottenham and Liverpool. But I think they treat us a little bit differently, perhaps like teams have treated Leicester over the last couple of seasons, which is let's just reverse 5 yards and give them the ball on the halfway line. And I think we struggled a little bit on what to do. I think part of that, not all of it, but part of it was down to sort of Souček's limitations on the ball. And we were very just knock it side to side kind of thing. And then we'd eventually lose the ball and we hadn't done anything with it. So I don't think Warburton's influence is a bad thing whatsoever. Spirit said he's really pleased with our transfers, but still a bit angry that we've not got a striker yet. While Leo says, do we know about Brohan not going to the USA? When will we know about Brohan going or not going to the USA? It's supposed to be like today or tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, this could be wrapped up very quickly if he doesn't go. If he does go, I mean, wow, this is going to drag, and we maybe we'll have to sort of switch our targets a little bit. I've noticed there's a lot of comments, people asking. So obviously, people joining this video quite late here. it's live on YouTube, on West Ham's YouTube channel, but on this channel, we're also doing a watch along. So if you do a little split screen, you can listen to Charlie watch along and watch the game as well. But it's on West Ham's official YouTube channel. I've seen a lot of people asking, and apparently the stream is starting imminently.
Katie Lou says that we don't click on anyone's comments more than twice, unless they're called Irish Tommy. He's not here. I've not seen him. Where is he? I do like Irish Tommy.
Good boy. He's a good boy. Yeah, you're not jealous, are you? Is that what you are? You? I'll tell you what. Just click on that twice, and then that'll sort that out. You see?
Oh God, just there you go. There you go. There
you go.
Hat trick
3 times, even more than Irish Tommy gets. Yeah. Look.
Rich says good experience around the younger players will help a lot. I mean, it can't go wrong, can it? It can't be a bad thing. The only slight difference is a lot of the more experienced players, they don't need to give it 100% per se. And well, maybe Fornals will. You know what he's like. But Lanzini, I expect Lanzini to play at 65% today and cruise through the game and look like the best player on the pitch. Creswell doesn't need to go out there and give it 100% because he's assured of a place next season. So while it is good, you might find that you've got Connor Coventry buzzing around the pitch today, trying to do everything, while Lanzini's sort of strolling around next to him, a little bit chilled out. But it's just how it works, isn't it? Once you've got your place in the team, if you like, then they don't need to push themselves. They don't need to press the manager as much, do they? That's what I'm trying to say. So.
Can I just say, we don't? People often ask us questions about West Ham. We don't know why the West Ham stream is running no sound. They tell us nothing. But you don't need sound. Keep the picture up there. And you can listen to Charlie, who's going to join us in a second. So you can listen to Charlie's lovely voice. He's probably joined by Danny DeVito as well. So you can listen to Charlie and Danny. Don't say a lot, Danny. Truth be known. And then you can watch the pictures of West Ham kicking a football around.
Happy days. And Thornton says on West Ham's YouTube page, it's on home tab, not video tab. Well, that's bloody useful, isn't it? David saying that the stream's crap with no sound. I mean, they are in the hills in Geneva, aren't they? I remember, me and Charlie were talking about this the other day. I remember going to sleep and waking up at about 2 a.m. or something to watch the game in America, and the stream wasn't working. So somebody had to periscope it on their phone. So somebody was in the crowd streaming it and everybody was watching it. We were watching somebody's phone in America. Yeah. And then I'm pretty sure it got delayed due to a thunderstorm or something as well. I think it even might have got postponed due to a thunderstorm. So we're sat there at 2 a.m. watching someone's periscope stream like the game started. Didn't start. Technology, it's gone on a little bit, no sound. But I think you will get a commentary once the game kicks off in a couple of minutes. They tend to have somebody there to do the commentary for you.
They're not paying somebody to basically do a load of talking before the game.
Is Ekwa, Ocoflex and Nevers eligible for Europe this season? Let's put Gonzo on the spot.
Yes.
No.
What do you mean, no?
Well, they can be registered. I assume what Richard is saying is, because you've got the two lists, haven't you? So if we would have to register them, but if the players we don't register, so Harrison Ashby, he's eligible. Elise is eligible, but because they've only been at the club for 1 year, them three that you mentioned are not eligible, and they would have to be registered. But the likes of Ashby, Elise, Baptiste, we don't need to register them, and they can still play. That's why Longello's in trouble, because he was born on the 27th, I think, of December. The cut-off date to be eligible or not eligible is the 1st of January. If he was born a week later, he'd be able to play European football next season without being registered. But because he was born when he was, we have to register him, which is sort of like, well, we've got to make a decision on Longello, don't we? Is he on the bench? Longello on the bench?
Yes. Yes, he is. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I'm looking forward to that one then.
Can I just say, look, now, Frankie, we know you've been here for pretty much most of the video. I've lost count of how many times we've given the information that it's on West Ham's YouTube channel. But people seem to really be asking, do you know what the team is and what channel?
Frankie's played a blinder. Frankie played a blinder here. Frankie said, Frankie was the one that said, do you click on everyone's comments? Frankie's just got you to click on his second comment. He's playing the game. He knows what he's doing. Anyway, Charlie, hello. I'm going to
Hello?
disappear because the game
Me
kicks
too.
off in a
I'm going to
minute.
go and watch
The
the
game has just kicked off with 14, 15
Right.
seconds.
Thank you, Charlie. Catch you in a bit.
Is it on 20 seconds yet?
So, now it's 20 seconds. There we go. Thank you, Gio. Thank you, Gonzo. Hello, everyone. How are we all? West Ham, they've got new graphics packages on their little stream. They do. It's all very exciting. It's all very exciting. Hello, everyone. If you don't know, it's on the West Ham official YouTube channel. Have a click. There's no sound, but that's fine. You can just listen to me and my lovely voice. How are we all? I hope you're well. We're wearing the away kit for the first time this season. The shorts have the fancy bit down the sides, which is very exciting, you know, because we got the fancy bits here, fancy bits down the side of the shorts. I can see that now. Didn't notice that before. How are we all? Hope you're well. Hope you're good. It's pre-season. It's all exciting. Come on. I love pre-season. I do. There's something about it which is just exciting, getting to see the youth players involved, getting to see new signings. I love it. I absolutely love it. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it. Joan, as ever, good to see you. I am the sound. I'm sorry to everyone because that's a vast downgrade, but there we go. Well, you know what I mean? Having said that, I don't know if we're in 1080p. We might be. Sometimes we're in 720. I have no clue. I have no bloody clue. It will sound anyway. Fair. Miss Ames, good to see you. Hope you're well. Joe Johnson. I was about to call Joseph. I was about to call you Johnson. Jonathan, hello. How are you? We'll see what that. Oh, we've got sound. Sound has appeared. Sound has appeared. Let me do this as well. This is annoying. There we go. Sound has appeared, everyone. Get hyped about that. Hello. Hello. I've seen her. Where is it? Connor, I saw you talking about. Was it you, Connor, who was talking about the kit? Oh, it's going all over the shop of sound. It's now going in one ear. This is all very exciting. Pre-season, ladies and gentlemen. You love to see. Yeah, it's not incredible. It's not incredible. I like the rest of all of the kits, but specifically that is a problem. Can me and Kate have a shout out? Currently watching poolside in Cyprus in the nicest way. I think she's. She got a break for a bit. Okay, hope you're well. Sorry. Also, good to see you, Woody. Hope you're well, bro. Hope you're well. Hope you're enjoying your holiday. I saw that picture. It looked beautiful. Not quite as beautiful as North London, but you know, it looked pretty good. Looked pretty good. Oh, Chuck, good to see you. Hope you're well, bro. Hope things are all good with you. Ben Rama down the left-hand side. I mean, let's go through the teams, right? So while we're here, let's go through that lineup. West Ham are in possession right now, just trying to pass their way into the box. It's going to be a slow game. I do love a preseason game, but it's not exactly going to be pacey. It's not exactly going to be the fastest thing you've ever seen in your life. So let's just talk through the lineups, just so we know exactly what we're looking at. From a West Ham perspective, Fabianski in goal. We've got Ashby, Dawson, Elise, and Cresswell in defence. We have a midfield of Coventry, Lanzini, and potentially Fornals. We'll see where he ends up playing, or Lanzini where he ends up playing, with Maswork on one side, Ben Rama on the other, and Mikel Antonio up front. Having said that, Ben Rama was just on the left-hand side, so we'll have to see. Sorry, Danny. So we'll have to see exactly how that ends up playing out. It could. I don't think it's a back five. Looking at it, Aaron Cresswell's at left back now, so I doubt it. But you know. And just in case you're wondering about the Servette team, I only know one of them, but Frick, Diallo, Severin, Voulez-vous, like the ABBA song, apparently. Geo Clichy, the one I do know. Dulin, Cogignac, Atunes, Rodlin, Badia, and PF Lucky is what I've gone with. I know they were going with Fluke. I'm going with PF Lucky. That's where we're vibing there. So, you know, Geo Clichy, the one we know. There's also someone on the bench. I know Geo and Gonzo didn't read it out, but on the Servette bench, Servette. I don't know if you can see that there. We've got Rudiek, Stepandis, Stefanovic, Fofana, Oberlin, Vallis, Magid, Barami. It's not the right one, but that was very exciting when I saw that. Bao, Montiero, Omarak, Ndema, and Diaz Patricio. Just in case you're wondering what we'll see in the second half, we have three goalkeepers on the bench today: Trot, Randolph, and Hedgie, along with Zuma, Longelo, Diop, Ogbonna, Ekwa, Chesters, Potts, Okaflex, and Mubamba. We struggle. We'll get there. Yeah, but it's not the right for Valon Barami, but I was very excited about that. Paul, I saw your DM, and I've been meaning to get back to you. I need to write it down so I don't forget. Paul, I will get back to your DM, sir. I saw it the other day, and somehow it was ages ago, and I sort of whipped in. There was a whip in from Masuaku, and we've got corner. I saw it, and I need to get back to you, Paul. Paul DM. I have it written down now. I will get back to you. I promise. I promise. Household names, yeah. Well, you know, Gail Clichy was a baller Wednesday. Jazza, Jay, good to see you, sir. Hope you're well. Liam, good to see you. Hope you're well. Yeah, it's not great. I can't lie to you. Clips. I'm getting very... You know that video, Clips, right? The Waterloo Road one. It gets views all of the time. It just keeps growing. It's at almost like 500. I think at first it was at like 200 something. It just keeps going up. It's incredible. It's incredible. Saib and Rama on the edge of the box in the D trying to... He's got like four. He's got 4 Servette players around him. He's just trying to get the ball out of his feet. Commentary lays it out nicely to Cresswell. Puts it into a good space. There was a moment there where West Ham looked like it could be in, but instead we get a throw in down the left-hand side. A decent start from West Ham. Again, we're not looking too much on the... we're not looking too much into the performances. I think the thing I always say, that's a poor pass across. Elise has been asked to do a lot, can't quite get there, and now Servette tried to play and they can't quite. Patrick Fluker is how you pronounce that guy's name up front. Apparently he's a new signing, so there we go. That's exciting. But yeah, I can't judge about performances. I always say you can make I used to word it in a very smart way, and I've forgotten exactly how I word it. You can't draw conclusions, but you can sort of get ideas, right? So you can look at formations, you can look at people playing well and go, oh, maybe they'll feature, maybe they'll do this, maybe they'll do that. But if someone's playing well, there's always fitness aspect to it. So you can't draw conclusions from the game, never so right? So you get the likes of your youth players in there. Your Elise's things like Connor Coventry. I think it's a huge opportunity for Connor Coventry. And this is a great opportunity for them to get themselves in the first team, for them to put themselves in contention for that kind of thing. It's a massive, massive opportunity for commentary, but you can't exactly sit there and go, well, Lanzini's having a poor game or whatever, because it's pre-season, especially the first one. It is what it is. It is what it is. It's not that bad, Scott. It's not. I wouldn't call it good, but again, I wouldn't say much about it. But you know, it's not that bad. Yeah, I heard that a second ago. It was very annoying. It was very annoying, Daniel. I was excited, but yeah, apparently not. Apparently not. What can you do? What can you do? How do we all feel about the kit? West Ham passing it around at the back now. How do we all feel about this kit? I think it's all right. I think yes, his kits are good. The goalkeeper kit, again, we can cut that to the side because that's trash. But how do we all feel about it? Cresswell passing the ball into Manuel Lanzini, who's passing it forward. I'm interested to see how we develop the side. Are we still going to be playing similarly to how we were? Cresswell with a long searching ball looking for Mikel Antonio suggests we are. But just cut out there. I would be interested to see how we end up in general playing, because I think you could say, well, will we play the same way? You probably would, but obviously Mark Wilberton's come in. We all know he's an attacking kind of coach. We've made some signings like Aguerd and Downs, who are good passers of the ball, so maybe we'll see a little bit more possession. I'm interested to see how that plays out. Obviously, neither of those are playing today or in the squad, but I'm interested to see how those play out over the course of pre-season, just to see how it goes. Headed down there from Harrison Ashby, another person who's got a great opportunity today. Just keeping that one out. It's a survey throw-in on the left-hand side. Black is is a complete no-no for me. Fair. Good to see you, Alex Brown. Much rather blue. So plain. It is quite plain, especially, I will say this, without the sponsor on it, it does look unbelievably plain. It does kind of look like a training kit without the sponsor. I will say that is a bit mad. Not a fan of the kit. Like this kit, says Joan. I like the kits. I think it's all right. Getting a nice spread here. Where do you think Fornals buys his ice cream from? I feel like, Buster, this is a joke, but I can't find the answer. So I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna say he owns an ice cream van, and it's in his driveway, and he has ice cream on a semi-regular basis. Yeah, that's how I'm going to say. Very safe, not much imagination. That's fair. Well, it's a good opportunity for Servette, but they take a shot. The number 7, the PF Lucky, took a shot just on the edge of the area. Can't quite get it away. And now West Ham can counter attack a little bit slowed down there. Balls out to Lanzini on the left hand side, who Looks for a through ball, and it's just a little bit over a shot. Can't quite find it. There was a moment there where we looked like we could have counter-attacked, but Servette did some good defensive work in the midfield, just stopping it in the centre of the park when Fabio Fornals was starting to get forward. Connor Coventry sitting sort of the more sitting out of the two. They're the midfield two, if you're wondering. It is Pablo Fornals and no, it is Lanzini. Pablo Fornals just likes to drop deep. So it is Connor Coventry and Lanzini in the sort of the double pivot, as it were. Coventry being the one who's sitting a little bit more. Maybe just taking a look to see whether we think he could do that role. But he's next to Lanzini. You've got Pablo Fornals in the centre ahead of them. You've got Ben Rama obviously on one side. And you don't really... I keep saying Ben Rama on one side and Masuaku on the other. Masuaku is there, but Ben Rama's sort of very free-floating right now, which I'm not against. Get a bit of overloads going. I'm not against it at all, but it is what it is. Oh, James, my boy. How are you, sir? I hope you're well. E20's own TV people. If you haven't subscribed, James has been doing bits recently, huge bits, and I would strongly suggest you go and have a check it out. I strongly suggest I go check it out. It does feel very third kitty. That's a great shout. It does also look like the New Zealand All Blacks kits. That's another great shout. Both excellent shouts, which I would back. I'm interested to see the second or the third kit, I guess. Sorry. Is it supposed to be orange or something? I don't know. I haven't really looked at the leaks too much, but like, what? We'll see. I'm intrigued. You will also be able to see them after this video when we do the review live, ladies and gentlemen. Stick around because we'll be having that straight after. Big boot over the top. Looking for one of their players. I can't tell. It's number 29. Lays it short. Servette on the attack now down the right-hand side. Nice passing. Good pass on the inside. They're passing it around relatively nicely here, Servette. Trying to find some space. It again ends up at the left-back spot. They've worked their way over to the opposite side of the pitch now. It was some nice short passing, but they couldn't quite find a space. Oh, that's a nice 1-2. Plays it in. That's a great opportunity. And inside the 6-yard box, the Servette forward just can't get it on target. I think Fabianski probably would have had it covered. He was in the sort of the vicinity. He was pretty close to the seeing, but a nice 1-2 on the edge of the area, then pulled back across the box. And under pressure from Elise, to be fair, but it's a really good opportunity. He leans back as he hits it. It's just, it comes almost too close to him in a way. It would have been difficult to get it around Elise. He positions himself well, but it's a good opportunity. And now Antonio up the other end of the pitch, who comes back from the replay on the right-hand side. Skill puts it in. Ben Rama just a little bit underneath it. Antonio's ball just a little bit too high. But quick counter-attack. Again, that was the sort of thing we're looking for. That's the sort of thing we're looking for. The youth players mainly, James, I can't lie to you. I'm looking strongly at Ashby, Elise, and Connor Coventry. I think this is a huge opportunity for Connor Coventry. Pablo Fornals puts it in from the corner. Short corner taken, played it in, was looking towards Craig Dawson. We're going to get another corner. Dawson looks in pain, which isn't a great thing to see in preseason, first game, but then again, it is what it is. It was a short corner taken from Cresswell to Pablo Fornals, who just sort of lost it in. He was looking towards the likes of Craig Dawson, who was in there, just battles for it, can't quite get there. And West Ham are going to get a second corner this time from the right-hand side. I think it's a huge opportunity for Connor Coventry today. He's playing in the midfield too. I think he's going to... This is probably... You would imagine he'll get 2 games this preseason, maybe 3. Played in, hit first man. You love to see it. We're back, baby. West Ham, we're back. First man. Let's go. You'd imagine Connor Coventry is going to get 2 or 3 games in preseason, probably max, because obviously we've got Downs and then we've got Souček coming back and we've got Rice coming back. And so opportunities are going to be few and far between. And so if he can maybe say to Dave Moyes, look, you don't need to get another centre mid. I can do that role. And it's a big opportunity, especially playing next to Lanzini. He's going to be the holding guy, although he's chasing there and pressing, harrying, putting pressure on him. Looking for the long ball. Looking for that PF lucky. Can't quite get there. Servette goes straight into the hands of Lucas Fabianski. Looks great as long as you put songs. I haven't seen Everton's. Is it bad? If it's worse than that, then I'm gonna have to take a look at some point. I can't imagine it. Pablo Fornals spreads out nicely to Harrison Ashby down the right-hand side. So let's just stop and pull it back instead to Lanzini. Bit of awkward passing from West Ham here, and now Servette can try and pay it through, but Elise with a good tackle. Very nice tackle from Elise there. Just a nice last ditch sliding in, just hooking it away from the Servette forward. Cresswell looking for that ball down the channel to Mikel Antonio, running it, pushing the centre back under pressure. Doesn't quite happen. West Ham regaining possession. Connor Coventry out to Arthur Masuaku on this left-hand side. Cresswell was looking for the overlap. Maybe not. That's another interesting one. Arthur Masuaku playing on the wing is another interesting one. Is this David Moyes maybe testing him out there? Maybe thinking that could be his future at the club. Maybe that's why he wants to keep him. He thinks we need a bit of reinforcement down that left-hand side. Maybe that's why he exists there, you know? Lanzini powering forward with the ball, finds Connor Coventry. Passed with a lot of pace from Connor Coventry into the path of Ben Rama. West Ham maintained possession, but my God, he put some swaz on that one. Yeah, it could be interesting. Is Masuaku at left wing a long-term thing? Is that what David Moyes is thinking? Is that why he's trying it? I don't know. Dawson with a really nice ball down to Ashby, who hooks it across. It's just a bit over the top of Mikel Antonio. Ben Rama was at the far end trying to get on the end of it. It was a really nice through ball there from Craig Dawson, showing, listen, mate, I can ball the best of them. Again, another ball over the top. That one not quite as good. But that first one was. Listen, a lot of people would. But I'm seeing. Maybe that's what we're looking at. Ballon Dawson. Maybe that's what we're looking at. Hopefully, he keeps pushing Masuaku forward until he ends up in the stands. Just keep going. More forward. We still need. I think we do as well. I think obviously we need a striker as well. I wouldn't say no to a centre mid. I think realistically we need a striker. We need the big two for me are striker and left back. Left wing would also be nice. And then after that, I'm looking at a centre mid. I'm looking at an attacking midfielder. In fact, I'd probably put attacking midfielder higher up on the priority list than that. We need some stuff. We don't really have a thing. Been a long time since here he is. He's here. Where's the button? Does it still work? It still works. Look, there he is. What a man. Hasn't taken the shirt off since the end of last season. Very excited about preseason. And aren't you, mate? Very excited, aren't you? He's very excited. Look at the excitement on his face. What time to be alive? Who do you think will be your most improved player this season? Is it make or break for Ben Rama? I would make the argument that it's not. I would make the argument that Luke, first of all, good to see you. Secondly, I won't, because I don't call them serviettes. I'd probably call them napkins. Even then, let's be real. You've probably seen me eat on shows before. The food doesn't last that long. I ain't using it. Yeah. I would make the argument. That Ben Rama's performed. It's just a case of whether or not he can fit in. So I guess you could call it make or break, but I think the facts are the facts, and it's just a case of whether the change in style or personnel suits him more. You know, most improved though. I'd hope Lanzini maybe. Not that he was bad last season. He scored some absolute screamers. Fornals tried to just flick it in, can't quite get there. Ben Rama tries to react quickly to Servette keeping the ball, but they're playing risky here, Servette. Right by the area inside their own half, and West Ham regained possession, thankfully for them, deep, but there was some risky passing going on there. Lanzini potentially, but I don't say that because I think he played badly, because I think he did well. The thing that concerns me is I think he flattered to deceive. I think he scored a lot of absolute screamers, but there wasn't much. I don't know. There just wasn't a lot of. I think we were lacking something in that. I'll tell you what, actually, go and listen to the Knees Up Mother Brown podcast, right? They've discussed it on there. And they think what I think, but they're smarter than I am. So just listen to what they say, because they describe it better. But I'm just saying there wasn't enough penetration from that area. And I think Lanzini was playing there a lot, and it just wasn't really happening. So yeah, I don't know. Most improved though, I'm not sure. I'd have to have a little think about it. Arthur Masuaku, mad season can come in. Who knows? Would you rather striker and no more signings, or no striker, left back, centre mid, left wing? The second one. Whatever's more useful for the squad. Don't get me wrong, I think we need a striker quite badly. But if you said to me you could only have a left back, centre mid, left winger, or a striker, it would be the second one. I would be honest. I've said this before on shows, and I think it's a bit mad, but I'd be happy with 5 more £10 million signings. Like, I'm fine with that. Antonio does really well. Can't quite. The second touch is heavy. The ball across the top was good. He's inside the area. He's only got 2 Servette defenders to beat, which is a lot when I'll say it out loud, to beat to try and get a shot on target. The touch was nice. Just flicks it inwards, but couldn't quite get it. Was just a bit heavy. Todd, good to see you, by the way. Hope you're well. Flavor Saver. Let's go with that. Hope you're well, Todd. Hope things are all good for you. Yeah, that's a great point. Neither of them were filling everyone with much confidence towards the end of the season. I think that's a great point. Servette passing the ball around in this sort of center of the park here. West Ham, unsurprisingly, not trying to press them too much. They're thinking about it, but Masuaku doing it, Coventry doing it. Ben Rama doing a little bit of it there. You'll have to see it, but we're not doing too much right now. I'm not probably Cheddars. I can't lie to you. Mini Cheddars in the icon as well. You'll love to see it. I'm not. No, it will just be me probably. There might be times where there's someone else around, but for now, the plan for this season is me. Soz. Sorry. I just need to check something. Okay, right. I just wanted to check that was a separate element I could change. I couldn't remember. You hate to see it. Never got out. Locked in there forever. I did say they were just talking about the surroundings and commentary. I did say when I was looking at pictures of the stadium for thumbnails, it did look very nice. I can't lie. Servette playing it around at the back still. They like to play out from the back, which should activate a bit of pressing from us. But again, this is preseason, so you're not going to see much of it. Elise cuts that one out well. Linking up with Lanzini to try and get the ball away. He's having a decent game. Elise, that last-ditch challenge was pretty good. Bob Claret, good to see you. Hope you're well. Hope you're having a grand old time. Jeffrey, my boy. First time watch here. Oh, well, you're welcome. No, I'm not usually. No. If I'm that now, then no. Let's be real about it. Let's hijack the deal. Let's just get in there. Let's steal them all. Ronaldo to Chelsea. Let's get in there. We've done it once. Let's go wild. It's a good opportunity for West Ham to counter-attack here. Antonio plays it out onto the right-hand side. Fornals is charging forward. Ben Rama's on the far side. He finds him brilliantly. What a pass on Ben Rama's first touch. Couldn't quite get it under just a little bit closer, just a tad better on that first touch, and that could have been a goal. An incredible pass from Pablo Fornals across to him. Just the Makai's passing range is insane. And it was a really nice positioning on the counter-attack, but just couldn't quite find that last touch. But again, that's the sort of stuff you would 100% expect in a preseason friendly. Those touches to be a little bit wild, Big diag from Dawson trying to find Masuaku, who can't quite do it. It's a throw to Servette. Dawson trying to stretch those passing legs early. It does look massive. I was thinking it as well. It does look bloody huge. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe I'm just out of practice preseason. Antonio's boots. I'll have to have a gander. I haven't noticed them. Yeah, sorry about that. Maybe it's the early doors thing of this season. Maybe I'm just going to talk about penetration. Maybe I'm just going to talk about penetration a lot. Maybe, who knows? Cross into the box, easy capture from big Lucas. Would you take Ronaldo? You can't really say no, can you? I mean, he suits us as well. He's big. He's decent in the air. I am the same guy. He's big. He's good in the air. Would I take him? No. Financially, it's a bad idea for us. But let me put it this way: if there was an opportunity for it to happen, I would take it because I even think he suits to the style. Because you've got. Look, I don't particularly like the guy. I think he's an incredible footballer. An unbelievable. That's speaking it lightly, right? he's the second best of his generation, in my opinion, after Messi, and it's a bloody close call. But don't like the guy. I think I have many problems with him. But if you have the opportunity, you gotta go for it, right? You gotta go for it, right? Free kicks, West Ham in a good position. So I tell you what, the Servette defender there was very angry about whatever just happened. He was fuming. He looked pissed. It's only a pre-season friendly, mate. I haven't said this in a long time. Just calm down, dear. It's just a commercial. It's just a pre-season friendly. Do you remember those adverts? I'm old. I'm so old. So old. Free kick to West Ham on the right-hand side. About 10 yards off the touchline on the right-hand side. Whipped in by Lanzini into a good area. Oh, there's an opportunity. It's in. It's in. No? Oh, maybe? Yes? No? Yeah, it's gone in. It's gone in. I think is it Elise who scored? I'm assuming it's a goal. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. He scored a goal and it's Elise. It's whipped in from the right-hand side from Lanzini and Elise. Yeah, it's 100% a goal. The goalkeeper messes it up. He comes early for the cross from thing, completely misses it. Takes out two of his defenders in the jump, completely and utterly misses it, and then Elise just taps it in. I was confused because there wasn't any sign of celebration from anyone, and Mikel Antonio sort of came across and shook his hand. Elise didn't even give it there was nothing in there at all. There wasn't even it just sort of happened. But there we go, 1-0. We're getting a cooling break, apparently, is something we're getting. But 1-0 West Ham. Elise gets the goal. Very exciting. Very exciting. There we go. 1-0. We did that for the first time. Glad I checked because I was panicky about that. I don't know, man. I don't know. It was a thing. That's why we're getting a little cooling break, I would assume. Time was probably stopped as well, but I'll double check now. Keeper made a mirror. It was awful. If you haven't seen it, the ball comes whipped in from the right-hand side from Lanzini, from the free kick, which is a sort of corner kick routine. The West Ham players do they challenge for it, but not in a big, deep way. And Frick, the goalkeeper, just comes flying out and takes out two of his defenders while also missing the punch. And it bounces off someone and it ends in the path of Elise, who's inside the 6-yard box all by himself and just passes it in. We see Warburton just having a conversation with Saïd Benrahma there. The former Brentford boys having a little convo. We're never there together, but you know what I mean. They both played for Brentford. Leonardo. Good to see you, sir. Hope you're well. He is a big unit. He is a big unit. I like it. I like it. I like her big boy. You know what I mean? I like her big boy. yeah, I'd imagine so as well. Oh my God. It's going to be so... I just can't be asked to work on. Yeah, that's what confused me, Joe. I was expecting some sort of reaction. Not a big reaction, just some sort of reaction, and there was none. But it's only preseason. But let's go. No, because I'm not an idiot. Although I don't think he's necessarily an idiot either. I think he's just painfully aware that what the stupidity that was about to happen, and then obviously it would go very viral. So, in that sense, big dub. But no, I don't think the landlord would be very happy. I don't live at home, so I don't get that opportunity to just mess up and then my mum go, oh, you're such an idiot. I get a contract dispute. I say that like my girlfriend would be happy. Like she'd be like, yeah, it's gone launch some fireworks. I'm not Mario Balotelli. You know what I mean? Oh, nice little skill there from the Servette player, and then it's played into a good opportunity, get to a good space, but couldn't quite find it just over the top. Masuaku dropping back there, just doing what he can to keep control of the ball, clears it away. Antonio with a bounce, and Servette collects it there. But it was a nice little piece of skill there on the left-hand side, just dribbling through, trying to find a bit of space. They're only attacked down the right-hand side now, whipped in from the corner area, headed away by Elise to Lanzini. I tell you what, some calm passing between Lanzini, Cresswell, and Masuaku. Masuaku then just having to hook it clear. Pardon me. And Servette again pick up the ball. A bit of pressure after the cooling break from Servette. My AG. Hope you're well. Hope you're good. I had a Subway. That's what I'm saying, Lucas. I had a Subway. It's good. Do you remember our first preseason game? This? No. I'm trying to think. Celtic wasn't the first. I don't even remember we played last preseason apart from Celtic now, you know. It's all just gone. Jake, do you think we'll win the trophy this season, Conference League? I don't. It should be our goal to do as well as we possibly can in the Conference League. But I would make the I think it's a bit beyond us at this point. But I also think you can't really tell us a nice pass down the left-hand side for Servette again, just trying to then whip the ball in, but it's cleared away from Craig Dawson, but a nice little pass in behind. But yeah, no. If you've seen the video, Daniela, you would say it's even more stupid. Jesus. Bro, it's happening. I'm saying it. It's a big situation for him. Corner from the left-hand side for Servette. They were open in the box when they get the header on it. Front post, 2 people, completely unmarked, but no real danger of it coming anywhere close to going in that one. It was Dundee. Oh, Charlie Adams scored. No, I do remember because Clips' video came out and I watched it. And you spoke about Dundee at the beginning, didn't you? Was it your video clip? I don't remember. I remember seeing a video recently when they speak about it. It must have been clipped. Charlie Adams, Dundee, that was it. Charlie Adams scored, didn't he? I'm having a thing, you know. I'm having a bit of it's preseason and warming up, but yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. West Ham passing the ball around between our defenders now. Commentary with the 1-2 of Aaron Cresswell. Lanzini on the left-hand side finds Masuaku, who tried to pass it inwards towards Connor Coventry. Aaron Cresswell had to jump over it, but the deflects off the Servette defender. PF Lucky getting a little bit of it's a nice clattering sound in the background. And if any of you have the commentary on the YouTube channel specifically, you could just hear some doors, some admin going on in the background. It's good stuff. Very good stuff. Very exciting. Oh, I remember Northampton as well. Don't remember Orient. Remember Reading. Coventry, I don't remember. Celtic, I remember, obviously. Brentford, I remember. And Atalanta, I remember. So I do actually remember most of them now you say it, Jay. But I did miss a couple of them. Antonio on the right-hand side picks up the ball. There was a good opportunity to cross it in, but he couldn't really find the space fully. And numbers in there. Connor Coventry wins a free kick in about the same position as we just scored one from against Connor Coventry there. He's a bigger unit than I thought he was, Connor Coventry, to be fair. I'm looking at him now. He's got a lot more heft to him than I expected. It was a nice clank noise. Short, played into Ben Rama, completely does not work out, and it's going to be a goal kick. Quick, short free kick, looking for a little bit of a routine there, potentially. But the ball just goes out of play. Ben Rama can't quite keep him. Lots of tartan and pinball. It's the sort of thing Gonzo would do. Gonzo would just sit one day and design a kit. It's not a bad idea for a video, to be fair. It's actually not very bad. It's actually not a half decent idea for a video, actually, to be fair. We design West Ham's new kit. Have a competition. Get 2 of them to design a kit each and then put them up against each other in a vote. All good opportunity in this. I don't know where it went. I didn't see where it went, but it didn't go in. I'll tell you that much. I'll tell you that much. It's a nice ball down the channel. It was a nice chest down in the area, controls it. It's a good opportunity. He takes it quicker than he probably as quickly as he has to, given the scenario around him, but can't quite get the accuracy on it. He does very much have Mark Noble's hairdo. And Tevez's number. What situation for him? What situation for him? Oh, well, season ticket news, bad. More Chuck goods. You're always welcome. You know, I always get hype when Chuck's in chat, so I'll back that. I'm sorry that means you'll have to deal with me more, though. It's the sad part. Ball back to the Servette goalkeeper. Frick, not Flick. Can't quite do anything there. So far, it basically a performance you would expect. One of those ones where it's very much a preseason friendly. It's very much a situation where, you know, sometimes you just see a pass go completely awry, or, you know, not much energy, not much pressing, not much of anything, but not a bad performance by any stretch. We're winning. It's 1-0. It's easy. It's not bad by any stretch of imagination, but, you know, there certainly is a little bit of maybe a touch, a little bit awry, a little bit of pass awry, a little bit of the old cobwebs they're shaking off. But so far, I need to sneeze. I am very happy I muted that before that happened, because my God, that was going to be loud. Yeah, but so far, an all right performance. Passing it around West Ham in the middle of the park. Connor Coventry, Lanzini, Masuaku coming more central than he has been, just trying to get involved in the little passing plays. Masuaku doing well to show for space here. The passing's gone a little bit awry here from West Ham, getting just pressurized by Servette. I think someone in the chat of the build-up said that they've played a lot more preseason games than we have. We've was our first, but they've played like I don't know how many I saw, but for some reason my brain's saying 7. But they certainly look a lot more lively in terms of pressing and stuff like that. And when we have possession of the ball, they are putting a lot into that sort of side of the game. And we're dealing with it relatively well. We've got a lot of people who are relatively comfortable on the ball, but there is every so often just a little bit of like, you know, not quite, but you know, big ball down the line, looking for Ben Rama. Tell you what, that's decent defending from the Servette defender. Number 19 does well there. Just to muscle Ben Rama out of the way, gets in front of him, gets in between him and the ball, and then just sort of holds him off. Uses frame, good defend. Good solid defending. Goal kick to Servette. Thank you, Peter. Thank you. 4 games. The 17-7 was why my brain was saying 7. In fact, was it you who said it in the build-up, Peter? Because if it was, thank you very much for the information. I've gambled my 2004 Jeep on this game. A 2004 Jeep Compass. Never heard of the car, but I'm sure it exists. I don't know about cars. I saw a Ford the other day called a Ford Deranged, which was very concerning for me, but it's bold. My mum watches the Great British Showing Bee. She gets very excited by it. I get messages about it. I don't understand what's going on. I'm just hyped she's had fun, but it exists. Cleared away. It's going to be a throw into Servette about the halfway line. But yeah, not a bad performance so far by any stretch of the way. By any stretch of the imagination. Taken quickly and short. West Ham pressing. Ben Rama doing well there. There's a hint of a foul. Referee says no foul. Played through the lines, looking for it. Servette playing it forward. The striker playing it out to the left-hand side. Lobs it into the box. Just nodded away from Craig Dawson. It's going to be another throw for Servette. Deep in enemy territory here. But they decide to go backwards and have instantly been forced all the way back to their last centre-back, who's significantly deeper than their other centre-back. Masuaku doing a big press, and I'll tell you what, Masuaku's not been too bad today. I've been all right with Masuaku. I was interested in this. Oh, that's a good ball. He's in a lot of space. That a Servette player cuts inside, hits it from range. Oh, I thought that was an absolute screamer for a second there. On the left-hand side, picks it up and the ball over the top, and he's in acres of space in behind Ashby, Dawson, no one even close to him on that right-hand side, on West Ham's right-hand side, picks it up, cuts inside just when Ashby's there, and before Ashby can get close enough to try and make a tackle, to try and get a touch, just fires it. It ends up going wide. I thought for a second that it was going to be an absolute blast on some set. Did not happen, but Yeah, Masuaku, I was intrigued by the fact he played, but I'll be honest, especially in the position he did, but I've been relatively impressed. He's not done too much. An opening across in the first 5-10 minutes, which looked pretty good, but I've been interested in the amount of space he's been finding himself. I think there's a free kick to West Ham there. I don't know who it was. Is it Ben Rama, Lanzini, Fornals? One of the three has gone down holding their face. A flailing arm? Yeah, flailing arm into the face of Pablo Fornals there. I don't think he meant it by any stretch of imagination, although it is that one guy from Servette who got very angry earlier on. But I don't think he meant it, but it was a very clear... It was a very clear... Sorry, Danny, for this. You know what I mean? One of those, not looking. Now, what happened there is I got scared that I was about to punch DeVito in the face. So I backed out of that one a little bit. You understand what I mean? One of those, I'm going to hold someone off and just straight in the face. Straight in the face. Doesn't matter because West Ham wastes the opportunity and Servette come flying forward down the centre of the park, puts it out to the left-hand side again. Looking for PF Lucky. But nice pass in between Fornals and Ashby. And this is a really nice work. He hits the post. Jesus Christ. And Servette have a second opportunity. He hits it, blocked by Conor Coventry and then hooked away by Pablo Fornals. And now West Ham can counter-attack. It's with Saïd Benrahma, who, again, just that touch, just lacking a little bit. Could have made it that preseason rust touch. And then Benrahma gives away a free kick in the end. It was so close. Jesus Christ. Really well done by the Servette player. Just takes on Dawson, takes on Ashby, gets through the middle of both of them quite easily. Just a nice flick and touch and then hits it past Fabianski, hits the post. Fabianski doesn't even know what's doing. He looks back while the ball's ricocheting off the post to see if it even went in, and second opportunity gets blocked by Conor Coventry. But a really nice piece of skill from the Servette player just to go, just to get through with the, you know? Listen, Craig Dawson is just as technical, bruv. He's a technical marvel, you know? Fondue up again. Bloody hell, they've just hit the bar. I think it was Diallo, I heard the word. Just an absolute hit from range. Just a pile driver from Diallo, who I think is right back. Their number 2, yeah. Just from distance, just absolutely smashes it from range. That was an unreal hit. And I don't know if Fabianski gets a touch. I can't quite tell, but bloody hell, it hits the bar. It's going to be a corner. So they're saying it. They're saying it hit the. It came off Fabianski because it's a corner. But flipping hell. Anyway, corner to Servette from the left hand side, whips it into a relatively dangerous decision, but maybe a bit too close to Fabianski, who collects it quite easily. This is probably one of those games where we'll see 11 substitutions almost at halftime, or just a huge swath of changes. But yeah, not a bad performance so far. But flipping heck, what a hit from the Servette player. Jesus Christ. He has absolutely pile drive that one. Yeah, probably not. I wouldn't expect us to either. It's first game of preseason. I wouldn't expect us to either. You know? You've got 3 goalkeepers on the bench. One of them will come in. But... yes, I did see this in the chat. Yeah. Yeah. Flipping. What's his name? I've clicked on a button. It's all gone weird. Hang on. Found it. Yeah, I did see all this in the chat. I was getting very confused. Apparently another corner to Servette. It looked like an easy enough defensive situation there, but it's hit and just dragged wide. And then number 29 is causing us issues right now. Then number 29 is just causing us problems, and they're going to have a corner from the right hand side now. Servette. Sponsored by KFC on the shorts. Very exciting. PF Lucky's coming across to take it. Had KFC last night. Whipped in. Nodded away relatively easily, and a good opportunity to counter-attack, although West Ham just without the pace. And Lanzini was determined to pass that one backwards. He was obsessed with passing that one backwards. We had an opportunity there to come flying forward, right? And Lanzini looks around, looks behind him as if to go, where are my options? Where are my options? Not ahead of him, bearing in mind. The goal is like over in this direction. He's like looking around him. I thought initially to check no one was going to tackle him. but there's so much space ahead of him. And instead, Fornal's trying to sneak through there, can't quite manage it, but we do get a corner from an awkward bit of defending. It's a corner on the right-hand side for West Ham, but could have just gone forward, and instead he turns around and passes it back in between players. Lanzini, please. Anyway, here we go. Corner, right-hand side. We're in stoppage time. 1 minute, according to the graphics, are going to be played. It's Pablo Fornals standing over it. Sit in. Oh, Dawson can't quite get his head on it. Ben Rama on the edge looked like he was loading up a shot there, but a good defense there just stopped it quickly. That's a nice ball into the back of Fornals. He can't quite get the cross in. It's defended relatively well, and it's going to be a throw into West Ham in a good position, taken quickly again to Pablo Fornals by the corner flag. Hoofs it in, but it has gone out for a corner. Has gone out for not a corner, a goal kick. Having said that, there's the halftime whistle. Halftime. West Ham United 1, Servette 0. One of those ones where, again, who scored, Andrew? It was Elise scored. You can't really ever, like I say, you can't draw conclusions. You can make observations, but you can't draw conclusions from these sort of things. It is obviously about fitness first and foremost. But I'll be honest with you, not a half bad. Not a half bad performance. Who are your standout players? Who are your standout players from that? I'd be interested to know what you think. But yeah, there's a. I thought it was all right. I thought it was okay. You know, obviously you're seeing some signs of rust. A wonky pass here. A wonky pass here, a dodgy touch there. But by and large, you're seeing a lot of calm passing in midfield, which has been scary at times, but nice to see. And some interesting takeaways. I think the youth players are obviously the ones you want to look at more. You're looking at your Harris Nashbys, you're looking at your Elises, you're looking at your Coventries, because they're the ones who potentially have the biggest shout to get into the team. But at the same time, I'll be honest with you, like I think outside of that, I'd say Masuaku. I think Masuaku was an outside shot. He's playing well. He showed himself well, got a good pass in. I think he played all right. Maybe it is wing. Maybe it's just the winging is the position for him. I don't know for certain, but maybe that's the case. Outside of that, I thought Elise looked really good as well. Elise, a couple of challenges, that last ditch one specifically, I'm thinking in my head, nice positioning, having a really good performance. And yeah, no, I think I'm happy enough. I'm happy enough. But who are your standouts in that first half? What were your takeaways? I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to know. Guess the player. Okay, Berkham Arsenal, Liberty Professionals, Berkham Arsenal, double. Maccabi Tel Aviv, Hapoel Tel Aviv, West Ham, Fulham, Leicester, American Nice, Santos, Marisburg United. I'm thinking, what was the name of the guy? Sergei Rebov? No, can't have been him. I'll come back to that, John. Jay, I'll come back to that. That's a good one. That's a very good one. I'll come back to that. Let me think about it. I think he was up there. You know, can't believe I actually. I don't think he was that bad. Lucas is saying standouts: Coventry, Lanzini, Masuaku. I think it's a shout. Easy shout. No, Mark Noble, Carl Cole. Always very exciting. Always very exciting to think about him. Lanzini looked great. Coventry, Lanzini, Fornals. That pass Fornals did across to Ben Rama, by the way. Oof. Lightning pass. Beautifully done. Masuaku doesn't get into lots of this lot's team somehow. Hammer only being very harsh, but I don't necessarily disagree. But again, I think he's been good today. Ashby, Elise, Fornals, the standout players. I really do think Elise's. I'm big into I'm on the Elise train, maybe a bit too much, but I really do. I back it strongly. I back it very strongly. Ashby caught out. Yeah, there was 1 or 2 times where he was definitely caught out. I think he was up against what looks like a very nifty player. A little touch round to get in between him and Dawson. There were 1 or 2 times where there was a lot of space he was giving up, just sort of adventuring forward. I'm just mesmerized by the hills in the background, the motorway. It's a cool stadium. I like it. But yeah, I think he looks all right. But yeah. See, it's not Yossi, though. It's definitely not Yossi. Because my brain instantly, whenever you see Tel Aviv, you go, Yossi. My brain, do you know what? No, it can't be. Hang on. Oh, I'll have to come back to it. I love to Pablo. I love Snoddy. Miss him. Yeah, I know what you will do. Flex needs to come on ASAP. I mean, that's the next question, is who you'd like to see come on in the second half. I think we will get a whole suite of changes. But I think that's the next question. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's been an all right half. It's been an all right half. I've been shocked by Masuaku because I think he's actually been all right. Yeah, at least he's the one who's been looking for me. Logan, good to see you, my friend. Hope you're well. Benny working hard, if not effectively. I think Coventry has been great in midfield. Yeah, Coventry's looking decent. Some nice passing. I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see stuff going on in that sense. I think he's got a huge opportunity today. I think that's the thing. Who did we sign? I'm going back to this again. Hang on a second, Jay. I'm going back to this because now it's getting to me. I feel like I need to. Who went from West Ham to Fulham to Leicester? That's the key here. Because West Ham, Fulham. Ooh. Pansel? No. Did we get Pansel from Tel Aviv? I'm going to say John Pansel, mainly because he was in the chat and my brain can't get it. So I'm just going to say it now because that way I can just find out the answer and my brain can calm down. But I'm going to say Pansel. I'm shocked at Masuaku, maybe as much as everyone else is, but yeah. Where are we at? Thank you. I disagree. Words are all over the shop and losing me today. But, you know, it is what it is. We'll figure it out. Anthony saying no one impressed so far. I think that's fair. That's fair. Need Okoflex to run at their defense. I think Okoflex will always look good in preseason. It's whether or not he can do it in full games. But look, I can't. If he plays well in a preseason game, I'm not exactly going to complain about him trying. But he's a sort of player who would look good in preseason. Lots to gain. Tricky player. But it's that, I guess, the tactical side of his game, which is the bit where I'm like, does he have it? You know, we'll see. We'll see. I like Dawson stepping up defense a few times. Yeah, some nice passes. Few completely errant ones, but the ones that played off were absolutely beautiful. That through ball to... Who was it on the right-hand side? Was it Fornals at that moment in time? That was a really nice through ball pass he did. And I was like, oh, love that. Left back on the coach. I mean, look, I'm just saying. Hope you're well, John. Hope you're well, Jordan. I reckon Coventry is looking pretty good. Fab looking good. Yeah, good to Cyber, my friend. I hope you're well. Hope you're good. Who scored? It was Elise, a tap in from a free kick. A goalkeeper. Go back and watch if you haven't already. The goalkeeper just all over the shop. Ashby looked good. VAR official got nothing wrong. Got nothing wrong, Jay. Nothing wrong. Ashby will work a lot better as a wing back, probably. I don't know enough about him to say. Look, David Moyes says he's close. Look, I'm just going to have to trust David Moyes in this one. From his positioning, you would say so. Yes, Connor, from today. Specifically, I would agree with you on that one. I've been impressed with Elise. Dabs. I can understand what you're saying, but I have been impressed with Elise. I can't lie. I'm just trying to scroll through because I know how far behind I am. So I'm just trying to get there. But at least he wants to attack. That's a fair point. Iron Alpha. In games like this, that's completely fine. In a Premier League game, it's a different story. But I don't necessarily disagree with you whatsoever. And again, this is a game where he can do that against opposition when he can do that as well. Not even necessarily just in preseason, but the opposition is a different level, you know, and the people around him are a different level as well. It's not like he's got Kurt Zuma and Aguerd, who would probably be our first choice centre-back pairing this season next to him, you know? So, yeah. Can't be Tal Ben Haim either, because Tal Ben Haim either came from or went to Portsmouth. I think we got him from Portsmouth. And he didn't go to Fulham either. I don't think he went to Fulham either. Maybe he did. Did he? No, but Portsmouth had to have been in there, so it couldn't have been Ben Haim. The other one was, we had another Israeli player. Was his name Sergi Rebrov? Was that his name? We had someone at a club around the similar time of Ben Haim, maybe slightly before. I can't remember. Listen, he's in good form. Look at him. He's hyped. Oh, that's the wrong one. That's something I've downloaded. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. I was playing around with it last night. Not what I was looking for at all. But that's there. It's not the button I meant to press. The button I meant to press was this one. There you go. There he is. That was not what I meant to click at all. But hey, at some point, I'll do something with that. There we go. And he was at Chelsea. Great shout, race. He was at Chelsea. Let's see. What must be saying? It can't have been Ben Haim. It can't be Ben Haim. If I scroll past the answer, Jay, have you said the answer? Is it Berkovic? It could be Bar Berkovic. I don't know his career at all. I couldn't tell you anything about Berkovic's career before or after us. So it could be. Listen, I have some stuff in there. And the guy with a wonderful bust. Look, he does have a great tash. Where is it? There we go. Look at that tash. Wait, hang on. Play it again. Look at that tash. It's a beautiful thing, isn't it? But yeah. It's there's a thing I've got in the back of my mind. I've got some incredible clips. But yeah. Catan, yes. But the answer was John Pansel. Was I correct with John Pansel? Was that correct? I did not know we got him from Israel. But is that correct? But Yavin Catan is exactly the player I was thinking of, Mr. Ibas. Thank you. Catan, yes. Matt knows as well. Mate, I was struggling there. But anyway, who do we want to see come on? So let me put up the bench. The bench, if you haven't seen it, is three goalkeepers. Trot, Randolph, Hedgie, because, we are who we are. Zuma, Longello, Diop, Ogbonna, Ekwa, Chesters, Potts, Okaflex, and Mubamba. To be honest with you, I kind of want to see all of them. Diop obviously could potentially be on his way out, which is what it is. We move on. Ogbonna, I would like to see just because I think this preseason is going to be a big deal for him, trying to get form, fitness back, all of that other stuff. But apart from that, Zuma, I'd like to see Zuma play. Trot or Hedgie, I would like to see players, young goalkeepers getting an opportunity. Darren Randolph, I don't really care about. Longello, I would like to see play because all of a sudden it seems like he might get a chance. I don't know what's going to happen with Longello, but all of a sudden I'm seeing a sort of wave of positivity happening about him at the moment. So I'd be interested to see him play. Ek was getting a lot of preseason hype at the moment, so seeing him do anything would be good. And I remember he played last preseason, played well. I could be wrong about that, but I sort of have that in the back of my memory. Chesters, we know, has done well when he came in the first team anyway, so it'd be good to see him get more game time. Potts, it's just exciting because more Potts at West Ham. Why not? Okaflex, I think, would do really well in a game like this. He's someone who would stand out in a preseason friendly. And then Mubamba, I would be interested in as well. Any of the youth players, really, because again, once we get deeper into the preseason, a lot of those youth players will start to drop out. As we get the likes of Rice, Suchek, Sufal, Johnson. There's a lot of Areola. There's a lot of Flynn Downs, Nefa Gued. There's a lot of people to come into the team who aren't in and around it right now. And Vlasic. And that will mean these youth players sort of slowly drop back. And so the idea of seeing them now is very exciting to me. So I'd like to see all of them. And I'm like, I want to get excited about these things. Yeah, I've seen that link. Kluivert's career sort of slowly dipping a little bit. There was obviously a lot of potential around him when he was first breaking through, but slowly dropping down. I mean, look, I wouldn't say no to it at all. Kluivert and maybe Januzaj would be really good options, I think, if we were to try and get them both. We've got one who's high potential and got a lot of upsides. Whether or not he works with David Moyes is another question. And then you've got Januzaj, who we know works with David Moyes, and save us money and give us depth, because depth is a big thing for me this summer. I really, really, really want to see us get some depth in this team, even if it's players that aren't the most exciting. Is that Mary Berry? We'll put it back again. We'll reload it. Shit, look at the expression on her face. Let's just rewind it. Look at that. She is like Mary Berry, number 3. She's like, oh, champagne. She's loving it. I also like this guy on the right. Sorry, this guy on the left. I mean, the guy on the right's mustache is just unreal. But this guy on the left is very exciting. Sorry, I'm getting very distracted by my stupidity. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. I've got a couple of these that I just don't know what I'm going to do with. For example, I'll just as an example, where is it? There's this one. Don't know what I'm going to do with this. But I might do something with it. Don't know what, but we'll see. That's there. I can't tell you what I'm going to do with them yet, but they're around. They're around. Let's see. What are we saying? I want to see Mubamba, Ekwa, and Okaflex with Oggy. I want to see Flex tearing it up, completely change the 11. Flex and Ogbonna. On Gelongelo looks great. I want to see Trot, Oggy, Ekwa, Potts, and Chesters. I'd like to see Trot. We need to figure out that goalkeeper situation for next season and further. So I'd like to see those sort of sorted out. Moist sub Ben Ram only in the 80th minute. Yeah. We get no subs until the 8th minute. Moist meaning how he starts to go on. You know what I mean? It's quite. It does feel quite long. I can't lie to you. Commentary's been our best player. I think he's looked decent, to be fair. Anyway, cheers, Charlie. I'm going to watch the second half in the living room. Cheers, bro. Thank you for coming. Have a great rest of the weekend. Thank you. I appreciate it. Lanzini has made man of the match for me, so composed. He's playing 70% right now. He's playing 70%. That's fair. We got three changes from Servette, it looks like. Like seeing, yeah, same. Me too. It's the most exciting thing about preseason for me. I just like him because we don't get to see him during the season all the time. So getting to see him have an opportunity and dreaming of what actually might happen with them is always an exciting thing. Only really signed 2 as Ariola was here last season and 5 or 6 ago, so we had down on numbers. We are, but I don't disagree with Ariola. I think Ariola is a signing. I disagree with that a lot. We don't seem to have made any, or maybe we have made substitutions. I can see 19. I've seen 19. I do have the West Ham Twitter page somewhere. Let's reload that. Let's see if I press the old Twitter button. Will it work? Oh, it does. There we go. All right, let's have a look. They said on here? I don't say. Let's give it a little reload. I don't think they know. I don't know. That one? Oh, it works. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's happening with the subs. There's been subs. We're back underway. I'll just press play when this gets to the right time now. Servette charging forward is a nice opportunity, but good, well cut out there. I did see number 19. Ek was on the pitch as well. Ek was come on in midfield. I can see him. I did see number 19 up front, which I'm guessing is Mubamba. West Ham trying to go forward here. Is that Okaflex? I think that might be Okaflex on the left-hand side. Number 20. Servette playing it out to the left-hand side. I'm just trying to keep track of who's actually been subbed. If you know who's been subbed in chat, do let me know. I think 19's come up front, which I think is Mubamba for Antonio, I would suspect. We've got Okaflex on the left-hand side, I believe, because there's a number 20 out there. I'm trying to see who else is there. Connor Commentary's there. Ek was come on in midfield alongside him. I'm trying to look forward there for Mubamba. Can't quite make it out. Yeah, if you know, let me know. Let me scroll down to try and catch up where you guys will actually give me information. There we go. Diop, Zuma, Ekwa, Longjello, Trot, and Mubamba on. Okay, so it's double sub at the back. So Elisi and Dawson off. Ekwa's come on for, I assume, Lanzini because he looks like he's playing in the middle of the park. Longjello at left back for Cresswell would make sense unless it's Cresswell and Masuaku change. But then again, maybe that's who the 20 is. Maybe it's Longjello. Then Trot for Fabianski and Mubamba for Okay. I don't know. Leonardo. I'll be honest with you. I've got no clue. I completely forgot he existed. I've got no. Was he with the team? I'm not sure. There is a City up there, just collecting it at the back. Interesting to see him get a chance there, laying it short to Nathan Trot. Was on loan in a Ligue 2 last season. Did very well by all reports. I think he did start for like the first half of the season. Second half he didn't. But apparently in that first half he was good. But I know there was a game. There were particularly 2 games in a row, I think, where they lost 4-0 and 6-1. And I think they sort of rung in the changes. And he didn't really get too many games after that. That was about midway through the season. I believe, but yeah. Longello, just some very awkward play there. Saïd Benrahma seems to have taken up residence on the left-hand side, potentially. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what's going on with the formation players, but Diop trying to play the ball forward there. It lands at the feet of Harrison Ashby. He just puts it into a dangerous area, and the goalkeeper collects it as Mubamba tries to come in and sneak it out. Let me turn this up slightly so I can hear it a bit more. Can you repeat what League Trot played in this? I didn't quite catch it. Yeah, it was League De. Studied French, so comment tu t'appelles? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Je m'appelle football. Bad joke. Ekwa getting involved there. There's been a lot of hype about Ekwa, so it'll be exciting to see. Mubamba is a young player we have, young striker. Was the sort of the next one down from Perkins. So you had Odebeku, Perkins, and then Mubamba. He's getting a chance there. Probably, I mean, we do have 2 games next week. We have 2 games next week on the same day. So we'll probably do that thing where we split the squad in half, and one will be quite a heavy under 21, under 23 side team. So we might see him there, I guess. Servette have what looks like a parade going on the side of the pitch. Their subs were warming up, but my God, was there a lot of them. Jesus Christ. Oh, heck, no, hang on. At least he's still playing. There he is. We've changed to a back 3. So we've got Diop playing at right centre-back. We've got Zuma at centre-back. And then we've got Alicia at left centre-back. Whipped in again by Ashby. Really nice again. Fornals plays out to Ashby. He puts it into such a dangerous area. And Bamba almost manages to get in there. I was watching the interview they put up on the club channel. Was it yesterday or this morning? I watched it before the game. I watched it about an hour before kickoff. David Moyes. Oh, that's a good pass in from Connor Coventry to Mubamba, who hits it, and that's a good save. Follow up. Saïd Benrahma drags it wide. That should have been 2. Incredibly close from West Ham. All of a sudden, a little bit of awkwardness there. Connor Coventry plays it into the path of Mubamba, who opens it up, hits it with his left foot. It's a good save. And then on the follow-up, Benrahma just can't quite slot it home. Just takes it a little bit awkwardly and it goes wide. It remains 1-0, but an excellent opportunity. I was watching that interview with David Moyes on the channel where he was talking about how the youth players have been in pre-season training for about 5 days more than the senior players, so they'll probably be a bit more warmed up. And I think you're seeing a little bit here where we started this half quite lively. Ashby, Mubamba, and these are also players who play frequently with each other, so they'll know, like Ashby will know, like if he gets into these positions, put him in, and Mubamba will probably be there. You know, that kind of muscle memory will be in play. But it does seem like we've changed to a 3 at the back with Alicia at left centre back and then Longello at sort of left wing back with it looks like a sort of a 5-2-3 type thing or a 3-4-3, however you want to word it, with Longello at left wing back, Ashby at right wing back, like me and Connor were talking about in the first half. Fornals is charging forward here, plays it out to Saïd Benrahma, who's in a really good opportunity here. Mubamba's there, but Benrahma only has eyes for goal. He goes for it. Mubamba scores 2-0. 2-0. Mubamba gets the goal, ladies and gentlemen. Good, nice improvised finish from Mubamba. The ball comes in. Benrahma maybe a little bit too blinkers there to try and get the shot away, but it forces a save from the goalkeeper. And Mubamba, who just in acres of space, just back heels it into the net. Benrahma taking the shot. It's a good save. Deflects off, I say acres of space, not really. It deflects off the defender, and who tries to, after the touch is a bit awkward, tries to stop Mubamba, who just back heels it. First time, goal. And Davinda Mubamba gets the goal. Servette 0, West Ham United 2, not 3, Charlie 2. Like I said, it's one of those ones where they do look a little bit more lively than the first team, just a little bit more active, getting in and around the area. And this formation seems to suit us a little bit more, actually. The 3-4-3, the 2-3, however you want to look at it. With Bamba down the middle, and then you've got sort of Ben Rama and Fornals just behind him. Oh, that's a nice ball over the top of Servette. And on the right-hand side, this game's picked up now. On the right-hand side, looking forward, he was in a good position, but Longello ends up recovering well to stop it. Very Chicharito. Very Chicharito. Definitely not for sale. Definitely not for sale, Costi. I don't know what you're talking about, mate. He's never going to leave. He's ours. Shot from Servette goes wide. It's going to be a goal kick. Don't know what you're talking about. He's definitely staying. It's fine. It's just a solid joke. Yeah, I did just notice that. I can't say I blame him. He broke law, so he broke the law kicking a widely beloved animal, which was completely defenseless. I can't say I blame him. But you know, here's what it is. It's gonna happen all next season, isn't it? It's just it's probably gonna be the rest of his career. Maybe not the rest of his career, but for the foreseeable future. Played down the line, looking for Harrison Ashby, who gets forward well here, puts it across into a good area again. No one quite able to attack that. But it was a good area. Now PF Lucky coming flying forward for Servette down the left-hand side. That's a really nice ball. He's broken through. Konya couldn't quite. Oh, he made the flipping heck. It looked like he'd flopped it a little bit. It looked like there was a mild issue. It looked like there was a touch that was a little bit heavy or something where it just didn't look like it was going to play off for him. It looked like Elise had done all he had to do. And then out of nowhere, he pulls off this beautiful chip. Ends up hitting the bar. I'm not sure if it hit off Elise, maybe. Yeah, it just deflects up and over off Elise. Completely wrong foot trot. Oh, no, it doesn't. Apparently, it's not a corner. I thought it did. Well, there we go. Apparently, it was just a beautiful chip, but really well done by Servette. Just played down the line by PF Lucky. And the chip then from whatever the player that was, Cognac, I think he said. Cognac? Apologies for the pronunciation, but it was really nice. Almost a very, very good one. A lot of big burly boys. And I'm fine with that. Like I say, I think Elise is, but Pablo Fornals, he's just a little bit too hard. It was almost another beautiful pass, but that time was just too far ahead of Ben Rama, who manages to collect it well. Little drop of the shoulder, cuts inside, finds it maybe into Fornals, just can't quite find it. Trying maybe a little bit too much here, Ben Rama. I'm fine with it. Again, pre-season and all that. You might as well try too much, get into the swing of things. But there is just a little bit too much. Kind of commentary with the professional foul. They're very professional. He doesn't look big. He doesn't look big, does he? But you know. Loan. As Peter brings up a point here about the homegrown quota, and I think he might stay around because of it, but I would much rather loan. I would rather all of the youth players go out on loan. If they're not going to get guaranteed game time here, loan them out. First team football is way more important than playing under 23s and just standing around, in my opinion. I think it's really important, but yeah, I don't know if we can. I don't know if we're that switched on with that sort of stuff. Servette looking to try and do a little chipped for reverse through ball. Doesn't quite work out. It's gone straight out from goalkeeper. Trott will take it. I apologize, Kostia, but thank you for coming regardless. You are my boy. Enjoy the 30 seconds you now get. The free 30 seconds. But good to see you, bro. Hope you're well. Hope you're good. Hope the family are all good. Kostia's a legend. Now he's gone. I can say that. I love Kostia. What a boy. What a man. What a man. Servette again trying to just play the ball forward there, losing out as a throw-in. He's tried to play it quickly. He's pinged across again. That PF Lucky. It's a wild pass, but he's managed to get on the end of it. That PF Lucky's doing bits for them. He's looking lively for them. Played on the inside, just outside the D, maybe looking for a shot, and at least he just comes in and cancels that one out instantly. But they win the ball back here, Servette. Trying to work their way forward. Just had the word Okoflex mentioned by commentary, so he might be about to come on, but it's a long shot. Flipping it. Trot manages to get there, and again, that's good tackle from Issa Diop at the end, at the death. Issa Diop does really well. There was a shot from range there, and it's looks like it catches Trot out just a little bit. He manages to stop it, but can't catch it. And then on the follow-up, it looked almost destined to be a good, solid hit on the follow-up. And Issa Diop with a nice last-ditch tackle. Something he's always been very good at, that last-ditch tackle. And he gets those big, lanky legs in there and stops it. Good defending. The corner's tried to take quickly by Servette. It goes wrong, and West Ham have a throw on the right-hand side. We are getting the changes now. First one, Saeed Benrahma is coming off for Armstrong Okoflex. And it's secondly, Pablo Fornals comes off for, I think that's Potts, or is it Chester's? One of the two. It's either Potts or Chester's. We'll have a look. But Benrahma coming off alongside Pablo Fornals. Armstrong Okoflex on, and the other one. Dan Chester's, there we go. It was Dan Chester's. It's been said. It's been said. It's been said. Tried to play the ball across to Elise there. Can't quite get there, and it's going to be a throw in to Servette. Sorry, I'm just making the review public, ladies and gentlemen. There will be a review of the game straight after this. Geo and Gonzo will be back to sort of talk about everything through, talk about the players and this, that, and the other. So get excited for that. That'll be going on ahead straight after this. So stick around. And the stream, you will get sent straight there just to fully deeps it. Change for Servette. A bunch of their players are coming off for another bunch of their players. Now, who, why, what? Don't know. But I can tell you that it is happening. You're welcome. You're welcome. PF Lucky's still on the pitch, which means I'm still a little bit scared. I would expect Servette to score, but to be fair, we're looking all right. We're looking all right. We do have a lot of ex-Chelsea players. I can't lie. We do have a lot of ex-Chelsea players. Was there a bit of Rory Delap that I missed? Well upset. I must have missed it when I was doing the flipping thing. I love a long throw. I hate it when we do it usually because it's Mikel Antonio who does it. And I'm like, you're the one who should be in there. But I do love a long Rory Delap style throw. But Linky, bring him back. What's he doing? Is he retired now? Or is he playing football in like League One and still just arrowing them in? Pig. He's probably retired at this point, to be fair. It's a bold play. And see if it pays off. What gif? That tackle added 5 mil to Diop's fee. You can only hope. Listen, I love AEW and Tony Khan. And so now he's trying to buy Diop. It's all gone well. It's all gone well. I've been as well. I think he looks really good. I'm willing to admit that I am probably biased when it comes to Elise, because apparently I just think he's really, really good. And every time I see him, I'm like, he looks really, really good. But so I'll admit, maybe I'm biased about it, but I think he looked really, really good. It was his 46th birthday a couple of days ago. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, Iron. Don't get me wrong, right? But all he really did was take throw-ins anyway. He could still probably do that. Living his best life as a missile launcher defense system. He is Trident. It's mad. PF Lucky down the left-hand side tries to just whip it in and can't quite do it. Trot easily collects that one safely. Collects that one. West Ham pinging it around with reckless abandon. Passes nowhere even close to the floor. Headers and volleys only, apparently. Very dangerous passing around and then punted forward, and it ends up straight into the feet of the Servette player. But very dangerous play from West Ham. I like it. And just get some risk involved. Still. Big old punt forward, and Kurtz even just comes and counsels that one out confidently. You haven't the Fleur Baron Bordeaux red wine with trout and chips. Daniela's living the high life. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't know what Le Fleur Baron Bordeaux red wine is. One, because I don't drink alcohol. Two, sounds very fancy. Sounds like something you would see in the wine aisle at a Waitrose. And that's not an aisle I can get into. That's not a me aisle, you know what I mean? But the trout and chip, you're living a high life there, Daniela. Living the high life, living your best life. I respect it. I think there's definitely similarities to his game, Billy. We'll see how it goes on, but I think there's definitely similarities. Lofted over the top, and PF Lucky's there. Somehow not offside, but West Ham collect it back well. Coventry then pings it over the top. He finds Okaflex out on this left-hand side. He's got people on the inside of him, including Longello on the overlap, who's there. Tried to pull it back. Okaflex on the follow-up, couldn't quite get there. Longello tried to flick it across, couldn't quite happen. To flex off a Servette defender, and then Okaflex on the rebound, tries to finish it there. That's a really nice pull. Cognac hits it. Oh, wide. Unfortunate from Servette there. I was almost willing it in. He gets forward really well. He smacked the stanchion. It's wobbling. It was played through nicely, really nicely. And he just tried to slot it there, trying to make himself big. And Cognac. That's a wine, isn't it? Cognac? I'm so dumb. It does look a bit weird to me. I think it is maybe fake. Astro. Artificial. Or maybe it's real and artificial. But there's something about it when I saw the close-ups where I was like, some sus grass going on here. Some sus grass. Not really noticed, but I'm a bit distracted by the chat. I need to get into I need to deep dive it, Jeffrey. I trust your opinion, and I'm excited to agree with it. You know what I mean? I need to deep dive on it. Wait, I'm fluent French, bruv. Don't use my past words like 20 minutes ago against me. I speak all of the French. Parlez-vous français? You know? Où est la piscine? Pardon-moi. Splish splosh. Sorry. If you know what that is, chat. Je ne comprends pas. Parlez-vous le français? Oh, no. Vous de fafa. What song? Playing down the ball now. Servette on the right hand side, trying to find a space, but just Equa comes in and just stops that. I haven't noticed too much of Equa yet. I haven't noticed too much, but I want to look a little bit more into him because he get a lot of hype. I don't have any baby oils. I do have an orange. If we score a third and you want me to eat an orange, I will. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Johnny, good to see you. Thank you for coming. Hope you're well, bro. Hope you're having a good time. Shout out to Michigan. Do you know what I mean? Monge 2. Really Monge 2, yeah. Chester's. Was it Chester's or Ashby? One of them was down. It was Ashby. The 29, who's looked again lively for them, just clashing a little bit with Ashby in the ankle department there. Not quite working out for it, but that's fine. He seems to be back up and moving, so nothing too much to worry about. Diop with the ball in centre-back position, just coming forward a little bit, as you would expect from a three-at-the-back system. Coventry, out wide to Elise. Looks for his options, decides to play it short to Longello and hits the overlap, which is nice to see. Okaflex drops in to collect it, flicks it on, was looking for Mubamba, can't quite find it, but Elise has gone very far forward now, trying to get back. Thankfully, good pressure has stopped Servette from attacking in any real scary way. But you know, I think there's something there, and I would like us to continue trying to find that something. But I can't exactly say that his performances when I've watched them have filled me with huge amount of confidence. I really like his strength. I think that's a really great attribute. He seems to be he's so much stronger than a lot of our players. It didn't look like he would be PF Lucky trying with the through ball, but good cut out there by Ashby under a little bit of pressure. It was a nice little slip. That PF Lucky's been decent for them. Signed him this summer, apparently. He looks pretty decent. But yeah, I think there's something there, but I can't exactly say I've seen it a lot in the matches he's played. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Servette going to make 2 more subs. See what's going on there. But yeah. If we sold him, as long as it's a lot. You know. Je les comprends pas. Parlez-vous le français? Non. À la discothèque, c'est bébé. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Or alternatively, the other one. ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? I know that's Spanish, but discoteca, moneca, la biblioteca. Anyway, I'm going to stop because I will. My brain just starts songs and it doesn't stop. So I need to stop myself because it will be a problem. Yeah, I think he's a little more comfortable as well. I wonder, does anyone know what formation the under 23s play? Do they play a similar? Do they play a 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3, or do they play at 5 at the back? I'd be interested to know because he definitely knows. He definitely looks more comfortable in that. Definitely more comfortable in that. Anyway, I think we've got a cooling break. I don't know if it's coming up. I don't know if it's now or whether it. Yeah, it is now. We're getting a little cooling break, ladies and gentlemen. Cooling break. Let's all have a drink. Oh no, I've got the sad man loaded. Hang on. Let's all have a drink. It's cooling break. Is that the wine that we were talking about previously? Is that it? Is that what that is? Anyway, get your drinks in, ladies and gentlemen. Cooling break. I like royalty-free images. I like stock stuff. I will figure out something how to do some nonsense, but I don't know why. Play Vlasic in the right position and give him run of games, which he hasn't had for 10, 15 minutes here and there. That's the other big thing. Is he just hasn't had the time. He hasn't really had the opportunities. But yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing. I think, like I said, I really like his strength. Like people try to get him off the ball and he just says no. And I think that's a really interesting aspect. And I think there's some good parts of his game, but he needs more time to show it. And whether he'll get that at West Ham, I'm not convinced yet. But yeah. Hang on. Avec du jambon. I need to get some more bass in my voice. Avec du jambon. Avec du jambon. That's all I've got. I'm sorry, everyone. I completely forgot community existed. That's no Friday out for me. Welcome. What a show. Discoteca, Moneca, the Biblioteca. I can't remember the next bit. I remember the first. Donde está la biblioteca? Mi llamo T-Bone. Discoteca in Moneca. I think it's it. Yeah, boy. What a show. What a show. I've rewatched like the first couple of series again. I haven't rewatched the last couple though. I need to at some point. Solid. Listen, If she abdicates, then technically it would be royalty free, wouldn't it? We'll see what happens. All of our political leaders seem to be just leaving at the moment, so maybe, who knows? Who knows? We're back on the pitch. The water break is over. The cooling break is over. And now we're going to try and get forward. I think so far in this second half, I've been impressed with Mubamba's movement. I've been impressed by Elise some more. I can't lie. Diop's looked pretty good. Pardon me. Diop's looked pretty good. Long ball across looking for Ashby. Ashby does well there. Pardon me. Ashby's done really well there. The ball over the top looked like there was a moment where it could be an unreal moment, but the defender does well to recover, but Ashby then does well to recover again against him. Nice stuff. Nice recoveries all around. You'd love to see everyone doing well. I just like to see everyone succeed. I just think they're neat, you know? It's a great question. Depends. It depends. Coke, orange juice and lemonade as a combo is pretty beautiful. An orange juice lemonade is pretty beautiful. I will usually just have like a 2-liter bottle of water on me as well. And I will tend to just down that. But Coke is usually the thing, or Pepsi Max. I like Pepsi Max maybe too much. Not gonna lie. Commentary is a smart player, not afraid for a yellow to stop the opposition attack. Yeah, his little cheeky professional foul earlier was good. Whole squad back on Monday. Yeah, they're all flying back to England tomorrow, I believe. So the next couple of ones is where you'll start to see probably Agard and Downs involved, and some of the others get back involved again. Should be good to see. Played mainly a 4-2-3-1, sometimes changed to a 4-4-2. Okay, so 4 at the back at least. 4 at the back at least. But then again, I guess you're looking at if you're looking at youth teams, it's probably you're a bit more free to get forward. Diop does well to just cover that one and passes it back nicely to Trott. Nicely passed around the back from I think that was Harrison Ashby and West Ham. Get that one out well. Longello calling Okaflex into position to try and come and collect the ball. Comes short and just gets completely dispossessed instantly. I'll tell you what, I'll be honest with you. I said these are the sort of games where Okaflex would just like shine. Not so far. Going to run out today. But yeah, I think it has been. No one's looked particularly bad. I've never tried live. I've considered it. I've never tried it. The other one, do you know what happens with me a lot, Connor? Is I pick up a West Ham on the attack. I'll tell you in a second. Here comes Okaflex looking for it. Just again, maybe taking a bit too much. Tries to take it on the outside, wins a throw in, but again, an opportunity where a pass might have been a better option. I'll tell you what happens with me a lot is I pick up the I was trying to see if there was a bottle near me, but the 500ml bottles of Pepsi Max, right? I always pick up the cherry one because it looks black on the other side, but then you turn it around, it's red, and I always it throws me off, and then I have to go and find a normal one. That happens to me a lot, like too often. But I'll have to try lime. I've never tried it. Start, bench, sell, Abed, Troy, Pierce. My God, well, sell Pierce. Listen, the show sold Pierce technically. Abed, Troy. See what if we're talking specifically? If you're talking specifically the characters as opposed to the people, because Childish Gambino, very good. If you're talking specifically the Abed, Troy, Pierce, nothing to do with the people, just the characters. Sell Pierce. Bench Troy, start Abed. You've got Troy would make more of an impact off the bench. Having said that, he literally was a footballer, wasn't he? So he played American football, high school football, didn't he? So maybe you start him, athletic. You know, I've convinced myself, start Troy, bench Abed. I feel bad. Abed should be the manager. He's got the brains. He knows what's going on there. He can do the tactics. He sees it from a different angle. Scenes. Strongly agree. Get some more of them in there. Coke Zero, nah, not having it. What do you think of Ocaflex? I remain unconvinced. There's clearly talent, but I remain unconvinced, is what I would say. You know, I don't know. What does everyone think about Ocaflex in general? Both today, his performance so far today, and also in general. I wonder what everyone's thinking. My personal opinion, I remain unconvinced, but I would like to see other people's opinion on that one. Play down the right-hand side, Ashby cutting it out. The game sort of slowed down a bit. If you're wondering why I'm not talking about it a lot, it's sort of ending up just sort of playing it out a lot in midfield. Yeah, not quite. Not quite. Long ball over the top for Servette and Trot. Trot doesn't quite catch that one, and Elise the one who hooks it away. Covers well. Servette whistling from the floor. Oh, Dan Chester's does really nicely to skip past two there and wins a free kick. Just about on half an hour, but it's really well to skip past two. The ball got lifted forward there to Servette, and it was a good run in around the back. Trot there to collect it. Can't quite get the catch as he collides with the Servette forward, who stays down. He lands a bit awkwardly, and he does get a hand to the head. I don't think it's anything too serious. I think he will get back up, but Elise again covering well. I can't lie, I like Elise a lot. I like him a lot. No, but if they're paying, then I'm sure we can figure something out. During the week, I am. Weekdays, I do not drink soda. Anything fizzy on weekdays. Weekends, I do. Everything during the week is just basically water and sometimes tea and orange juice, but nothing fizzy during the week. Squad numbers have not been issued. No. I would be very shocked if Souček isn't number 28 again. 28 might be Dan Chester's youth number because it's, for example, Eck was playing with a number 5 today. So yeah. I haven't seen enough of him. Does Ocaflex have an attitude problem? Not as far as I'm aware. I haven't seen enough of him. Yeah, neither have I. In general, personally, I rate him. Just needs chances. I think that's fair. I think that's totally fair. I think that's a fair point. I think he's a confidence player. He thrives off movement and skill. Just on the one-on-ones, played in over the top. And again, Elise just there, cutting it out with a header. But that's a really nice turning by the Servette, number 14, and hits it. And it's blocked by Kurt Zuma for a corner. Elise covering well there, but the clearance cut out goes straight into the path of the number 14 from Servette, who cuts inside onto his right-hand foot and hits it, deflects off Kurt Zuma enough. It's gone the one. I think that's a fair point. Needs a bit of guidance in decision-making. I would also say that's fair. Whipped in from the corner. Very deep in. Equa lets it go, and Zuma just covers it quite well in the end. But there was a moment there where I was a little bit scared. Yeah, decision-making does seem to be something that I think could be better. There's a couple of situations there where I was like, I don't know about this, but still. Ocaflex doing what he usually does, holds on the ball for too long. I haven't seen enough of him to tell, but certainly from what I've seen, that does seem to be the case. Diagonal transfer worked out well for us. Did it? Oh, yeah, I like Benrahma. I do. I'm one of Benrahma's bigger fans. I'll defend him. I think he's very talented. I like a lot about him. However, what I would say is that Diangana probably would have done more for us. But, you know, here's what it is. His halftime team talk down may be incredible. He could do it in different positions. He doesn't need a backroom staff. He'd be all of them. You know what I mean? We've seen his Don Draper in series 2, maybe 1. You know, you've seen him do other characters. The Doctor Who guy, which I can't remember the name of now. But imagine. Is that confirmed, Lucas? I saw it on the cards a couple of days ago. Obviously, the company connection, but that would be incredible for him if it happened. I'd love to see it. I really want to see him back in English football and succeeding. I think I really like Josh Cullen. I'd take him again here, but he's probably not good enough, but I still do it. Left-hand side, Servette, throw the ball forward. Long throw in, just into nothing. Kurt Zuma literally just walks across practically to collect it. She passes it back to Trot. A little bit, maybe too lackadaisical from West Ham there. And the goal kick under pressure just ends up in the feet of the Servette midfielder. They can now come forward, or try to at least. Equa's covering. I haven't seen too much of Equa today. Wanted to see a little bit more of him, but still played in. Control, dinked across. God, Diop just gets his head on that one to clear that. And Harrison Ashby just thumps it clear. 7 minutes. 7 minutes left of the game, and it's still 2-0. Servette on the front foot currently. The team are definitely pressing and making the most of it, but yeah, the rest of it's not really happening. At your age, fizzy drink or soda should only be drunk with alcohol. Look, I don't necessarily disagree with you, Daniela, but I don't drink alcohol, so I drink it. I drink Pepsi Max straight. You know, it's just straight Pepsi Max. I'm hardcore. I don't drink alcohol, so it is what it is. It is what it is. And then, like I say, a lot of water and probably too much tea. Although even that's caffeine free. I have decaf, so. Oh, what a sad life I live. Not sure about Aquaflex. Diangana could have been good for us. I think he would. I think it's easy to assume that because it's gone poorly for him at West Brom, or at least poorer than we would have expected, that he's a bad player. And I don't think that's how youth development works at all. Youth development isn't a straight line. You don't end up where you're always going to end up. If you have the right coaches and the right stuff, you can get way better than you would have in other places. You know, there's a reason why the players who start at bigger clubs at earlier ages are usually better than players who start lower down the pyramid. And that's because coaching and everything else is just better. Therefore, you're going to be a better player. It's just the way that works. You can get a shout out, Liquor, or Poker, however you want to say that. I hope you're well. I hope you're good. Thanks for coming. Hope you're good. And Jeffrey's basically saying, well, I do think Diangana would have developed differently, better in a Moyes-led team. And further, I think he would have made a bigger impact last season over Vlasic. I don't, maybe. I mean, I guess if he stayed, then we wouldn't have Ben Rama. So potentially, yes, I guess. That's a fair point. So that's a fair point. It is what it is. If you said to me, which one would you rather have had? Would you rather have had Ben Rama or Diangana at the club? I would have picked Diangana, not because I necessarily think he's a better player than Ben Rama, or I don't like Ben Rama, I do, but mainly because I would just rather that youth academy pipeline carry on. And it's a bit more. He's not playing youth players, who knows? Over the top, Diop just cancels it out well, just covers that until it goes back. 5 minutes left. I feel like this might end 2-0. Could get a late goal. You have to see a late goal in a preseason friendly like this. You have to see one just happen right at the end, a bit like a daisical passing around at the back from West Ham and ends up in a Servette shot just on the edge of the area by their number 14 again. Trot just watches it go wide. A little bit like a daisical passing there. A bit like a daisical passing. Did you say cuts onto his left-hand foot? I probably did, Mr. Ibase. It's pre-season. I'm warming up, but I do notice myself saying stupid things a lot of the time, and not even in the usual way. Not even in the usual way. Yeah, we had a ball plus 3 million. Mate, by the end of this game, he's going to be back. He's going to be back to the 50 million Manchester United transfer. On the left-hand side, Okaflex is there. Cuts inside, cuts outside, cuts inside. Ball goes out for a corner. Again, maybe one of those ones where you should have. But you know, we see. Geo will be back. Geo and I think Gonzo as well will be back straight after this with full-time review. So stick around because there will be a review going through the performances of all of the different players and how they feel about it and what's coming up in preseason, all that stuff will be coming up. So stick around if you are planning on leaving, because there will be a review straight after this with Geo and Gonzo. Also, hey, make sure to subscribe and like the video if you haven't already. Hit that bell notification because we do watch-alongs every single match on this channel. Whipped in from Connor commentary from the corner. Was looking for Zuma at the back post. It's collected from Servette, who can counter-attack here. They're flying forward down this left-hand side. Well cut out there by Dan Chesters. Dan Chesters wasn't surprised to see him in that position, but he does really well. Subscribe, hit the bell notification if you haven't already, because we do watch alongs every single match day on this channel. We have only missed one since March 2020. Since that lockdown period, which was when we started doing them properly, we've only missed one game. And so we do them every single time. Listen, the rest of preseason, will we be doing them every game? If they're live and I'm available, then yes, I will be doing them. And I should be available for most of them. If they are live, I'll be doing them. But obviously with West Ham, it's very it's very hit and miss whether or not we actually get the preseason friendlies at all. So we'll see how it goes for preseason, but rest well knowing that from Manchester City onwards, we will be doing a watch along for every single game of the season. We've done them every single game last season, and we only missed one in the season before that. So if you haven't already, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Hey, like the video while you're here. I've not been doing all that sort of stuff today because it is preseason, but I thought I'd do it right now. It's also relatively early in the month, so patreon.com/HammersChat is something I would suggest heavily you have a gander at. Because I'll be honest with you, it's a pretty good deal. We've just overhauled it. We've got a lot of new stuff going on over there. I saw someone in the chat earlier saying, has Hammers Chat made any signings, or is it just us? This stuff, I would recommend you go and have a look at patreon.com/HammersChat. Link in the description below. But yeah, thank you all for coming, by the way. We're a couple of minutes away from the game being over. I appreciate you all for being here. It's been a fun little nice warm-up game. Good to see some youth players in, although one of them's down at the moment. I don't know which one he's getting. I think it's Longello. It is Longello. He needs treatment. It's a bad see at the end. But yeah. I hope you're well. Liquor, I did not. The worst thing is, Liquor, I didn't even read it all first. I just saw the first word and just said Liquor, because sometimes when I'm doing this, it's just easier to pick out the first word of someone's name, and people will know who I'm talking about, you know? For example, Nick Day by Day here, I would probably say, hey Nick, or hey Nick Day. I probably wouldn't read the whole thing. No, Aguerd is not in. He's not in the team today. He didn't travel. So he's the team are traveling back to the UK tomorrow, where he will link up with them, and I suspect we'll see him in one of the preseason friendlies next week. But I didn't even read your whole thing until after, when I said, poker. That was when I'd read it all finally. But yeah, I've never drunk any alcohol-free beers, ciders, or nothing. To be honest with you, I don't see the point. Like, I get it. If you drank alcohol and you stopped drinking alcohol, but you liked the taste of a certain thing, then 100% I understand you drink those. But for me, it's like, why would I get an alcohol-free beer when I could just get like an orange juice and fizzy water, which is really nice, or an orange juice and lemonade, which is really nice, or a Coke, which is really nice. Do you know what I mean? I don't know why I would, unless they were healthier, I guess, then maybe, but I've never tried them. Free kick to West Ham. Decent position, whipped in by Connor Coventry. Oh, it was almost 3 there. There was Diop and I think Elise were hanging about. Who might be with Bamba actually, apart from Elise. But 3 minutes of stoppage time. So we've got just a little while left. I can't blame him. I can't lie. Yeah, some nice football. I can't lie, Daniela. I strongly agree. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, seeing as we're in extra time, let's do it, shall we? Who has been your Hammers Chat man of the match? Whoever gets the most amount of votes in the chat, from me just looking through and clicking through them now, there's no scientific method. Just whoever gets the most amount of votes, which I think will be difficult today, will win the Hammers Chat man of the match. So let me know who you're vibing. Let me know who you're vibing. Let's get it to 200. Why not? Let's power it through. Don't know what we're at now. We're at 177. So I'll tell you what, if 23 of you right now like the video, we could hit 200, which I'm not going to act like it's a lot, but get involved. Why not? Give it a shot. Let's see how high we can get it. Can we even get close? Let's see. 279. We're going up. But I should also say, I don't know if you're still here, but Thornton, thank you very much for the £2. We appreciate it, bro. Hugely appreciate it. Thank you very much. Diop just cutting up. Thank you very much, bro. Appreciate it. Let's have a look at some of these Hammers Chat man of the match. Nick, you can go back and watch it. Thankfully, it's on the West Ham YouTube channel, so you should be able to just rewind and watch it from the start. Full-time whistle called early. 2-0 is the final score for West Ham versus Servette. Let's quickly go through these man of the matches and pick that before we end. PF Lucky, you love to see it. Elise, Coventry, Elise. Transfer update. I'll have to have a look at that. Coventry. Ashby, Elise, Lanzini, Coventry, all class. Wouldn't be mad. Ashby, Ockerflex. Ashby and Ockerflex with disappointing performance. Fair. I mean, you could also do that. I'm not going to lie. But, you know, if you want to see the young players and stuff, why not? But there we go. I would say Connor Coventry's got the most there. So, Connor Coventry, congratulations on your first ever Hammers Chat Man of the Match Awards. First preseason game. have a gander. The angry Servette player. He was a vibe. Man, Masuaku, I thought he played well. I'll just say that very quickly to end. Shout out Masuaku. I think he had a good first half. I was surprised by how aware he was to stuff. I think Coventry looked good for most of the game. Elise was my boy, though. I'll give mine to Elise. But the chat decides, and Ham's chat man of the match award goes to Connor Coventry. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, like the video, and hit that bell notification button so you don't miss out on anything. Like I say, we do watch-alongs every single match day on this channel. Okay? With preseason, if they're live, we'll probably be doing one. But I can tell you for a fact, once Man City happens, we will be here. We've only missed one in 2 years. We were the only West Ham channel last season to do a watch-along every single match day. Every single one of them. So listen, if you haven't already, subscribe. Bell notification. So you don't miss out. Ladies and gentlemen, Danny says goodbye. Say goodbye, Danny. Look at that. He loves his life. Say goodbye, random people drinking wine. They're loving life. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And I will see you next time. Come on, you lads. We're massive. Deploy the boys. All that good stuff. See ya. Bye. Bye.